Hi, everyone. How's it going? So, tonight is the first inaugural kickoff of the Best Ball Draft Addicts. I'm super happy to have you guys here with me. My name's Spencer, and I am a draft addict. So, I absolutely love drafting fantasy baseball. Underdog is my favorite platform to draft on. And I've been wanting to have this channel for a long time where I can draft live with you guys, get to know people, talk about strategies, talk about players. Definitely some of my favorite things to do. I'm going to try to have guests on. Got a lot of people already lined up. Super looking forward to it. Want to kind of let you guys know a little bit about me. So, I have been playing fantasy baseball for 20 plus years now. I've been doing best ball for about a decade, and specifically on Underdog, I've been drafting for 4 years, and each year I learn more. Last year was the best, most successful year that I've had. Didn't have any teams win any big money, but I did make it to the final week and learned a lot. And so I'm really looking forward to drafting with you guys. Kind of want to let you know how we're going to do it once I pull up the draft board. We're going to enter. I'm going to do a countdown, and I'm going to do a 3, 2, 1 countdown. And anyone who's watching along that wants to can jump right on in. So, without further ado, I want to go ahead and introduce my first guest who's going to draft the first team with me tonight. It's one of my best friends. His name is Jeremiah Duggar. Goes by the handle of Space Raisin on Underdog. Jeremiah, how's it going, man?
Hey, how's it going? Happy to be here.
So I got a question for you.
Hit
Who
me.
would you rather be? A Broncos fan who has just lost your quarterback and advanced, or a Bills fan who just lost to a quarterback with a broken ankle?
The answer's Rams fan.
Oh, Rams fan. Got it.
Yep. Yep.
All right. Good answer. All right. So, Duggar, I'm going to bring up the board here. Now, what we're going to be drafting is the Dinger contest. And we're going to do us a countdown. Duggar, do you have the contest pulled up, and are you ready for the countdown?
Give me just a moment.
All right. Anyone else? This is your chance to get it ready. Now, if we
Still.
click and it fills and like I join and then it's filled, then we'll join another one and we'll do that process, and I'll just do two at once.
These dingers sound familiar.
Yeah, have you done a dinger a time or two?
I've done a few in my career. Yeah.
Done a few of them. All right, you ready?
Hoping to. I am ready when you are.
All right. And the countdown in 3, 2, 1, enter. All right. 7 more people. Okay. So we got a minute to wait here. So want to take a look at the comments here. I see a few people on. I see TDK90. Jason, how's it going? I see Joey. Joey, what's up, my man? And then our guy Blake, who has to come up here and ask, is Tim Tebow still available? Tim Tebow, I think he's still there. We'll see. I don't know how long he'll last. Bjorn to dress says, how can I find the channel? Well, looks like you found it since you're on here. But Best Ball Draft Addict on YouTube. That's where we're at here. I want to search on my TV. That's what it's titled, is Best Ball Draft Addict. All right, where are we at? How many more people? 2 more. So, Duggar.
Yes, sir.
What's the best that you have done in the dinger? Was it good?
It was decent. It was decent. I believe I finished third last year.
Wrong. You finished third 2 years ago.
It feels like last year.
But yes, Duggar did finish third 2 years ago. Won him a nice, pretty paycheck. And if you finish third this year, it'll be even better because the payouts for Underdog have gone up big time. One more person, by the way, one more, and we are ready to go. Jason, I'm stoked too. Bjorn to draft. I hope that you were able to find it on your TV. This is the first stream, so this is the first channel. So, I mean, the first video we've done on this channel. So I'm sure YouTube isn't pushing it up to the top, but I hope whenever you search specifically that you'll find it. Still waiting for that one more to join. One more, and we'll find out what draft spots we get. All right, I'm pumped too. So, Duggar, how many of these have you done so far? The dinger kicked off last week.
I think this will be number 10 for me tonight.
Number 10. All right, nice. How many of those have we drafted together?
About 8.
About 8. Yep. So Duggar is my main drafting partner. Me and him, we have drafted hundreds of teams together. I don't even know. What do you think?
Easily,
if not thousands at this point. Blake says, with ADP this season, do you have a preferred draft spot? I don't. For me, I don't have a preferred draft spot. How about you, Duggar?
I mean, I'll run with whatever I get. I do like having a top 6 pick, just because I am drafting outfield heavy early so far in the go round. But I've put together some wonderful teams from the bottom of the queue as well. So just kind of go with. We do enough of these. I just go with the flow.
Just go with the flow. That's right. Well, you got number 5. I see TDK, he got number 4. So you guys will be right next to each other. I got pick 10. Joey got pick 10. And Bjorn got pick 8. Who else is in here? AK/WG5QI. Let's see. Sweet spot 12. Where are you on here, buddy? Let's see here. So you're TK11. All right. TK11, spot 12. Got that turn. Got that sweet, sweet turn. And then you've got me and Joey picking before you and right after you. All right, so we've started off Shohei, Judge, and now Soto. No shocker there. Let me go ahead and put the draft board up here. And going with Schwarber. So do you even ever think about anyone else other than Schwarber there, like Corbin Carroll or Bobby Witt?
Yeah, I'm about a 60-40 split between Schwarber and Carroll. I edge towards Schwarber just because I like the big power. I have not done Bobby Witt yet. I know we talked it through the other day. I really want to get some. If you're going to stack a team, I really like some Royals pieces. So I will get me some Bobby Witt shares, but in the early go round, I'm kind of sticking outfield.
Yep. Well, so personally, I'm even more than a 60-40 split. I know I take Kyle Schwarber almost every time before Bobby Witt or Corbin Carroll whenever I have spot 5. I think I'm probably 90-something% that I do that because, yeah, same thing. I'll take Schwarber and his power all day, every day. Now, Bobby Witt, it's a little bit more enticing right now, especially after the news this week of Kauffman moving their fields in. We were looking and talking about that the other day.
10 feet, it's a lot.
10 feet's a lot, and they're also lowering the walls by, what was it, a foot and a half, like from 10 feet to 8.5 or something like that. So they're lowering. Now center field was staying the same, but the corners and the alleyways are what are going to be coming in and lowering. So, all right. Now, I was talking about this, and look who has fell to spot number 10.
I love it.
One, Mr. Bobby Witt, because this entire draft has gone pure outfield. So I will pivot and grab me some Bobby Witt. TDK says first draft of the year. He's going to stay chalk. Don't blame you at all. You're going to end up, I'm sure, having quite a few of these, Jason. So, and then Joey is pumped at his pick 11 here. Got him some Ellie De La Cruz. All right. Now we got TK11.
I mean, if you're wanting to build some strong infields on the turn, can get you some monsters, that's for sure.
100%.
I mean,
I'm
an
trying
Ellie
to keep the
Jose
draft
and
board.
Ellie Vlad, Jose Vlad. Oof.
Churio, moving up Churio. Love it. Churio and James Wood. Very interesting turn. That's the first time I think I've seen Churio go on the turn. I like this. TK11, how many drafts? He says, let's shake it up. How many drafts are you in at this point? All right, let's see what we got here, by the way. I'm up. So I got Bobby Witt in the first round. Oh man, I really want to take Jose or Vlad here, but we've done enough of these to know, man, I don't want to get I've done the double infield. I'm fine with double infield. I also love taking a pitcher in round 2. Scooble already went. Joey made sure of that. So let's go, Devers.
I'm here for it.
TK11 says he's about 15 in.
So, Spence, you haven't said how many you are in.
This is number 30.
Yeah, there it is.
Yep, this is number 30. I told Duggar, I'm like, I already got to slow down because we're only a few days into this. And if I keep this pace up, I'll be done way too soon. And
Yep.
especially now we got this channel going. I got to slow down and keep it going. We got to do this the next couple months. But we do have Underdog always has some smaller contests like right now. It's not just this dinger contest, which is the big boy. This is the contest that you want to be in. This is the one with the big payouts. 200K to first place, 100K to second place. This is the highest the payouts have ever been. I started to say it earlier, but
Yeah, I was going to say, why don't you run down what the
what was
payouts are?
what was third place? Let's go. Yeah, let's go look it up real quick. So we got a
Third
second
place
here.
would have
So
doubled what I won. I think it's up to 75K.
yeah, third place 75, fourth 50, third is 30. So what did you win again when you got third 2 years ago? 35, right?
Yeah, 35 grand.
Sixth and seventh, 25, eighth through 10th, 20 grand, 11th through 15th, 10 grand. So you can finish in the top 15 and still be bringing home a pretty penny. But man, just to have the opportunity, I mean, some of the biggest baseball contests out there, period, on NFBC, on, I mean, even DraftKings and other platforms, a lot of those contests do not have the payout structure
Not
that
just
this
the payout
contest
structure.
has.
It's, to me, Underdog has. You're not sitting around waiting for a draft to start all night. If you want to do a draft, you're going to wait a few minutes.
How long did we just wait? I mean, not even a few minutes, just a minute or two.
Yeah, some other sites that we've been on, and that I know me and you have been big fans of, which really we got started doing these online drafts. I mean, you'd wait around a couple hours sometimes for a draft to start.
Oh gosh, absolutely. And we don't even need to talk about what we both used to love. So me and Duggar have been massive Best Ball 10 fans over on the NFBC platform for the last half a decade. And
I think we were the
we
number
we
one
would
and number two drafter
we would wait
every year.
days or sometimes weeks for just a draft to fill, just a
Yeah.
fast draft. Oh man, so much different over here. All right, so let's get caught up on what we've got going here. So first off, Bjorn says, drop a like if everyone can to help channel visibility. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, definitely. That should help. And then Joey says, do you guys lean to one position early in these underdog drafts? Yes. The answer is outfield. Outfield, Joey. And Bjorn, you found it? Sweet. Good deal. Get it on that TV. Love. Let me go ahead and
Yeah.
move this
So
down. I'm going to try to keep this draft board
I think
moving along as we go here.
if you go through the draft board and look deep, there's still a few outfield hidden gems you can absolutely go for. I know me and Spence talk a lot, so we're in the same mindset. There's just so much more infield gems, in our opinion, that I'm comfortable pushing infield. Now, that changes a lot every year. Um, I know the year I won, my strategy was nowhere near what it is now. Let's be honest, Spence, I got lucky, right? So
No, no
actually,
luck
I
involved.
so
No,
I owe it.
your
I'll be
skill.
honest. I owe it to Spencer because he forced me to draft that year because we were such into BB10s.
Yes,
Um,
I did. How many total drafts of the dingers did you do?
I did
8.
8 drafts,
8.
and you
Yeah,
forced me to do 8 of them. And
I did.
I,
You're welcome. Did I get
oh
a commission
man,
off that? No, I didn't.
yeah, you got your own. Don't worry about it. Man, I really wanted to go double ace there.
All right. Yep, you are up, sir. Man, TDK, that is a great fall of crochet at 3-4, by the way. Great crochet fall. I love the start you've got going for your first draft. All right.
Uh,
And then what we got here? This game, this game's like 83% luck. It's a lot of luck. It's
yeah,
like poker. There's as much skill, there's so much skill and strategy involved, but it's still going to boil down to luck. It's just I tell this to Duggar all the time. I always say it. You have to try to put yourself in the best position that you can. That's the whole point of doing these is build rosters that have the chance to succeed. Okay,
that's also our biggest headbutt sometimes as well.
it is. I am up. All right. So let's see here. So I got the Matt Olson choice. This is a good fall for Matt Olson. But I really like going ahead and taking another outfielder here. And I think I'm going to go ahead and grab a guy that I think is a good pick here in Jackson Merrill. I mean, honestly, all of the outfielders here are good. Matt Olson truly was the best pick, but again, I'm trying to get outfield early because there's so many good infielders late. So question for you, Duggar. I already know the answer, but you can go ahead and tell the guys. What's your favorite structure, team structure? So, what I mean by that for people that don't know, you were going to draft 20 rounds in this draft today. And in those 20 rounds, how do you normally draft your team? How many infield, outfield, and pitcher?
So since I'm putting such a heavy emphasis on early outfield drafting, I'm trying to lock up my outfield where I'm very comfortable with 6. That allows me to go with a 7-7-6 structure. Um, that's what I'm doing this year. It's not what I've done in years past. It kind of, honestly, we have this discussion every year when we start doing these. Once we start seeing the draft board, to kind of see what we want to build, and sometimes we mix it up every other draft. This year, I've been pretty dead set on 7-7-6.
Yep. Like I said, I knew the answer already. We've been preaching this to each other back and forth, and it's changed a lot. I mean, I used to a couple years ago, I was heavy on just taking 5 pitchers or 6 pitchers. Like I really because I'm like, oh, the hitters score so many more points, etc. I've flat out found that how do you it's not about just advancing. Yeah, you want to advance your team. You want to finish first or second and get a ticket to the playoffs. But once you enter the playoffs, how do you win? How do you advance from week to week in the playoffs? You have to do it through pitching. You have to have 2 start pitchers. Now, granted, that's where luck comes in. Like you're not going to always know. Of course, you're not going to know what pitchers are going to be in line for 2 starts. But what you can do is try to put yourself in a position. And 7 pitchers is our thoughts because everyone's going to lose at least one pitcher at some point, either from injuries or underperforming. You're up, by the way. Let's go ahead and make your pick or talk it out here.
Yeah, I just got sniped from the dynasty. Had my eyes set on Ward, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and. As much as I like Yamamoto more than Sanchez, you just said it. The possibility of him getting 2 starts um, is the coin flip for me. That's why I went Sanchez,
Mm-hmm.
just because Dodgers going to go with a 6-man rotation.
Yep. And I have drafted a lot of Yamamoto. I've taken a lot of Dodgers pitchers throughout these because they can still get a lot of wins, a lot of quality starts, be very productive pitchers. But yeah, how often are they going to have 2 starts? I mentioned this before. It's like the Dodgers over any team to me are the most likely team to keep the 6-man rotation, especially with Shohei Ohtani healthy and going to pitch all year. And if they're going to go with Roki Sasaki, like they talked about. So I'm sure a lot of people know this, but just in case you don't, in Japan, 6-man rotations are the norm. And so pitchers are used to pitching once a week over there. So it makes sense that if you have 3 Japanese pitchers, you'd kind of want to keep them on that same path. And it helps limit some innings, keep them healthier for the playoffs, which we all know that the Dodgers are going to be in the playoffs, of course.
What?
Speaking of playoffs, by the way, I have
Playoffs?
playoffs. I have the football game on to my left here. Bro, it's now 40-6, the Seahawks.
Oh my.
40-6. I wonder who's going to win. Crazy.
Wow. As long as Ram wins tomorrow night, I'm golden.
Would you say you're Matthew Golden?
Well, I'm not a Packers fan, so
Nope, not quite. All right.
okay.
But yeah, so nonetheless, so back to what we were talking about. So me and Duggar have kind of made a hard line stand in that this year we're going to try to draft almost all of our teams with 7 pitchers minimum. Now, with this being the case, we talked a lot through the early draft. So before this started, back in the beginning of December, there's a different tournament that Underdog has, and I'll show everyone real quick. So that tournament is called the Bullpen, and the Bullpen is a big tournament, 22,000 people. It was $5 an entry fee. It's a $10,000 grand prize for first place, and the Bullpen, I did 150 entries. So I drafted the max out of that tournament. And in that tournament, 90% of the time, almost, I went with 7 pitchers. So I just fully bought into what we were talking about, and I executed that strategy for 150 drafts. Now for the year, I will tell you, I have already started different types of builds. Now, what I will have the least amount is 6 pitcher builds. I will have some 6, 7, 7s. Your pick, Duggar.
Thanks.
Got you some Brandon Nimmo. I was gonna say your boy Manny Machado, who was on your third place team.
He was, but
I thought about that.
The fact that we're telling everybody to draft outfielders is making me want to go even harder because I feel like everybody's drafting outfielders. So
well, it's true. It's true, but guess what? This is every draft anyway, as we know.
It is. Now, with going with the 7 pitchers that you were talking about, obviously you don't have to go 7. You know, the year I got third, I only had 6, and 2 of them didn't even factor all year. So
right.
Realistically, I had a 4 pitcher rotation. That being said, I got super lucky by taking a chance on Paul Skeens, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I took all the injury falls at the very end. My last 3 picks probably helped boost that team. So I will say nailing your late picks can obviously separate you from other teams because it's the low owned players, right, that are going to be those differentials. My last 3 picks, 2 were upside plays and 1 was unsexy as all get out. But man, he showed through in the finals for me.
Yeah, you ain't kidding. And who's that? Mr. Andrew Benintendi.
Boring but beautiful.
Boring but beautiful. One of the favorite sayings. So yes, no, absolutely. The reason why we're saying 7 pitchers and why we're drafting that way, it's okay. Because we know that bad things are gonna happen. I mean, like you say, like your guys are not gonna stay healthy or they're not gonna do good. Like it's just inevitable. So you have to kind of prepare for that. Now, TDK, he asked, is Teoscar down on the Tucker signing? Personally, no, I don't think so. If anything, I think that it helps him because it's just another great bat in the lineup that'll probably be batting before him. So just someone else to be on base he can knock in. So if anything, I'm actually higher on Teoscar now. Okay, so I don't have a pitcher yet. It's my pick, by the way. I currently have a 1 infield, 4
the latest I've ever seen you go.
Build. I normally have pitchers by now. Logan Gilbert, Dylan Cease, Brian Wu. My favorite pitcher to pick is down a little lower, but we're going to start off with Logan Gilbert. Now, Logan Gilbert was
On
also
my team.
one of the players from your third place team.
He was.
Gilbert last year. So, by the way, on Underdog, what scores a lot of points for pitching is specifically wins, quality starts, Ks. So, most people don't think about quality starts at all, but it's a big point driver. So, specifically, let me go look this up real quick so that I am not telling a lie. So, quality starts are worth 5, a win is worth 5. So if you can get a quality start and a win, that's 10 extra points from your pitcher. That can be a huge driving factor of your points. And last year Logan Gilbert was terrible when it came to wins and quality starts. But that's got to turn around. It has to be reverse regression, like coming back to the mean of what he has shown for his career. Now, Dylan Cease taken a lot of. I already know there's a lot of other pitchers that I like later. Brian Woo's a quality start machine. He just went to Flannel Phil. Flannel Phil, what a great name, by the way. Great name.
I just took my flannel off.
It is. Duggar, I told Duggar before we started, I'm like, man, you kind of look like Al Borland. Where's your jersey at, man? And this is the classic. All of our friends, anyone who drafts with Duggar knows Duggar wears his Adam Archuleta jersey to draft. So this is right on point with you.
I pull it out twice a year, Super Bowl and draft day. So
that's
this is
three
number
times
3
a year
this year.
You
3
usually
times a
wear
year
that
now.
to baseball drafts as well as football.
Yeah, I bring out the blue Willie for that one.
You do so. You got the blue Willie McGee. All right. So
I was hoping you didn't finish that and just left the audience thinking.
My bad. I should have. Okay, so the team at pick 1, I don't know if it's all zeros or if it's O's, but I'm just going to call him Ooh. He just took my favorite highest drafted pitcher, and that's Chris Sale. I absolutely love Chris Sale going as late as he goes on these. He will be my highest drafted pitcher of most likely of this whole draft season. And I'm good with it because
he also won me a lot of money.
He was also on your team that year. And so we've talked a lot about like that specific team and the different types of pieces along in the draft that helped it. So Chris Sale that year, so 2 years ago, just to remind everyone, that was Chris Sale coming off of his injury. So Chris Sale had fell in the draft to like round 10 to 12, something like that. And so Duggar was able to add him his like 4th or 5th pitcher. It wasn't one of his top picks. And as we've already discussed, Paul Skeens being, the amazing pick that you got at the end of that. But TDK says Adele. Adele is one of my favorite picks. Let me just see.
Yep.
Where did Adele go?
So Spence, I know you're not doing it, and I'm not doing it a ton, but
he just went.
This is bringing back memories. So we'll see if full healthy season of Strider returns as my Chris's pick this year. I know you hate it. I don't care. So this is where we fight with each other, and I don't care. I'm gonna be stubborn.
I know. You love to be stubborn, and it's fine. We've been through this so many years. 2020, 2021, we fought the most about Michael Kopech and how often you were drafting him. This was White Sox, and I'm like, what are you doing? Stop putting him on your teams. And you're like, no, he's awesome. And then last year, after all the years of me fighting you, last year I drafted a ton of Michael Kopech in Gladiators, thinking, oh well, now he's on the Dodgers. Now he can be the closer. Now he can, even if he's not the closer, he'll be a great reliever. Yeah, that didn't happen.
So, just us talking. This is what we would normally talk about anyway. But since we're trying to do this thing, just throwing this out there. What are your thoughts on try to differentiate your teams, not go too much after one player? Because I know me and you have slightly different percentages at the end of the year on players?
Yes, yes. No, great question, Duggar. So in the past, I have felt very strongly
You're on the
about
clock, by the way.
diversifying shares. Yeah, yeah. I'm letting it auto. I've got Vinny P star. Don't you worry. That's a stack
You're
piece.
by the way, you're welcome, because I was going to take him instead of Strider, but
Thank you.
I knew
Instead,
you had Bobby
you
Witt.
let me get
But
on you for Strider because Strider sucks now. But anyway,
well, we'll see. He's still got
I hope
some
he
massive
doesn't. I've
thighs.
I've said I've said this. I hope that Strider is back to being good. I really do because I like Strider a lot. Quadzilla baby. I want him
Oh,
to be good, but
mm.
he was so bad last year. He looked terrible, and I got to see him be good before I can buy back in. So right now I'm just out. But to answer your question, I generally in the past have been all about diversifying shares, splitting them up, get as many, different across the board. Now, I'm not afraid to go high shares on people. You've always been not afraid to go high shares on people. This has always been a thing for
Join
you.
me.
Oh, by the way, my pick,
Join me
let me
on the
go ahead and
dark
set that
side.
in the queue real quick. Um, so, but I do feel that whenever you're drafting underdogs, especially if you're drafting a lot of them now, like TDK, this is his first one. I don't know how many of these Jason's going to do 10, 20, 30. I don't know. But if I would say if you're under 20 drafts, take your best players. If you have someone 100% of the time, I don't think that that's terrible if you're only doing a handful. Like trust your gut. But man, when you load up on people and you're doing 100 or 50 to 100 drafts or more like me, uh, things can go so wrong if you have overloaded on someone. But this year, I'm trying to tell myself if they're later picks, so if like my fifth outfield or my sixth pitcher or my seventh infield, I'm trying to not be overly worried about my percent. At least not until I get in the last. So if I'm doing 150 entries, I'm going to do 100, and then in the last 50, I can try to mix guys in and
So I'm
lower
sorry,
my shares.
Spence. I'm going to make you mad on this one, but I can't help it.
What are you doing? You doing
Um,
another guy
sorry.
that I don't. Oh, okay, that's fine. That's all right. He probably wasn't going to
So
make it back around to me
So it
anyway.
was kind of a kind of a key point for what you were just talking about, to be honest. So he's a guy that we're both drafting a lot of. Um, I don't care
And
what my percentage is, and if I'm wrong,
and
I'm wrong. It is what it
and
is.
we have been drafting CAGs since the first draft started at a high amount.
Yeah.
Like who cares? Now we're honestly though, what pick number was that? That's like 90 something. Yeah, you just
Yeah.
took him at pick 92. I mean, he's been going at like 105 to 115 pretty consistently this last
Well, and I
month
think
and a
it's going to
half.
change because of the recent Dodgers signing, right? So there's a outfielder right there that's the outfielder I think that's affected, right?
Yeah.
And then Lou Bob, we always sprinkle him in. He's shown a couple years ago that he's got all the ability to be a league winner. It's just he's also shown the ability to be a league loser. So it is what it is with him. And then if you scroll down, how far do you have to scroll down to start seeing outfielders again? So this is that range where outfield um, just disappears, in my
Yeah,
opinion.
like literally Andy Pages and Lou Bob are the guys. And yes, Andy Pages after his postseason performance, that's how you say his name. It's Pages. So dude, I completely agree. By the way, uh, TK11 says, I'm afraid to go high on pitchers early. Bradish hurt me last year. I assume you probably had Bradish at a high percent. Um, and I get it. I get it. Like, I don't remember exactly where Bradish was going last year. I'd have to look that up to see. But I'm assuming you probably took a lot of him. And yeah, it sucks. And if you take a lot of a guy high, that's what I was saying. If you're going to take a lot of a guy, have it be post pick 100. And then before pick 100, you can still, whenever I say, if I'm going to say what's too much,
Oh, this
30,
guy's
40% is probably a little too much when you're doing 50 to 100 drafts. But again, when you're doing 10 to 20, take your guys. And TDK, he said probably 10. He's planning on doing about 10 of these. Small pool, get your guys, absolutely. And then he also said that he would have taken Cags if you would have taken Marcy.
Oh boy.
And he's trying to bull you, by the way.
Oh,
He's fast drafting you. Which
gotcha.
I missed this last pick. I was talking through it. That's another Duggar boy. That's a classic Duggar boy, is Eugenio.
And it's my first infant. So he in this kind of a best ball tournament too. So that's what's completely different. You know, me and Spence been drafting together for almost
20,
25 years. Like,
almost 25 years. We are
yeah.
old.
Yeah, we're old.
We were talking
Um
about the other day. We were like, our first draft together was me and Duggar are only a month apart in age, but he was a year in front of me in school. I was a senior. It was his freshman year of college.
yeah. Like when we started drafting fantasy, you used to have to get the USA Today and collect your own stats from the paper and call it into the commissioner. That's how long we've been doing this.
There wasn't websites. Yeah. I mean, there was some things out there, but not what we did. Like, yeah,
No,
we did Roto. Roto's been our favorite all these years.
you're on the clock, just making sure.
I appreciate it. Thank you, bud. Yep, I got my guy starred.
Okay.
This is a Spence pick that I right now, I'm 30 drafts in. I'm not worried about my percent owned of guys. I'm just taking the people that I like. And then later on I'll worry about percent owned of
Yep.
guys. But my last two picks, I got DeGrom and Schwellenbach. Now I got three pitchers. I've got two infielders and four outfielders. So I feel really good with where I'm sitting from a build perspective. Um, and we're going to have the swing around on the turn here.
So I was kind of bringing that up because Eugenio is not a roto play most of the time. Obviously, last year
Mhm.
still would have been okay with the amount of home runs he hit,
Right.
but in best ball, he is a weak god sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
He also gives you a bunch of zeros. So
Yep.
he's definitely a guy it's an all or nothing. I love all or nothing guys in these kind of drafts. You know, sucks when they don't perform in the finals or in the playoffs, but if you get them right, they're fun to watch.
Absolutely. And that's a great point. You know, something that we've said for years. It's kind of a common phrase, but that's some guys are just better in best ball, right? I mean, and
Mhm.
it's so true. Eugenio is case in point because you do not. So one thing to kind of circle back around, I'm sure everyone who's watching this knows already, but the way scoring works on Underdog, there's no negatives. You don't get any points taken away from you for anything the hitter does. Doesn't matter how many times he strikes out if he's popping monster weeks like Eugenio does. So it's a big thing. So great point. I took Dylan Cruz just then, by the way. So got my
Nice.
fifth outfielder. So I currently have a 3-2-5 start um, compared to your 3-1-5 start. Bjorn has a 2-4-4. TK11 has a 2-4-4. Joey has a 3-3-4. And what you gonna do? Going with another
Mm,
pitcher? Going infield?
a little torn
I
because
know you're
I
not going
love
outfield here.
I love there's some pitchers in this range that I love. There's some upside plays. But there's an infielders that I like. There's enough pitchers I like that I'm gonna get me some torque.
There you go. So, um,
No, I'm not getting Zach Wheeler.
he lies.
It's all good.
so, so one thing
Not used to drafting on my computer.
I know. Same with me. This is we're always drafting on our phones. I've actually got my iPad right here next to me, so I can click and star guys. So I'm not having to
That
always
being
go
said,
through
I'll
and hit
take
the star
the
on the screen here.
almost 20 pick fall too. So sometimes that's what I like to do with builds as well, is take those falls that are
Mhm.
multiple round falls, because that's just going to help you create unique builds. Because with the thousands of drafts out there, the guys that are good are going to be on all the people's teams that are good, right? So you got to
Yep.
get those puzzle pieces.
So we talk about that all the time too. Uniqueness, taking the falls when they come. Just when we were drafting, what, last night, 2 nights ago,
Yeah,
we were
tell me
we
your
were
draft from
literally
last night.
last night. Yeah, we were literally talking about like you getting a team that was all falls. Every pick was a good fall. Um, and then last night before I went to bed, and I sent you a picture, I had an incredible fall from pick one. I got Shohei at pick one, and then at the 2-3 turn, no one had taken any pictures. All the pictures were there, so I got Scooble and Skeens with Otani. From a build perspective, that doesn't sound great to start with 2 pitchers and 1 hitter, but no one else is going to have that, or at least hardly.
No,
It's going to be
it's going to be
super
very
rare.
low, very
So
very low.
there's, I'm hoping that I didn't mess that draft up. I ended up using that opportunity to do a 6-7-7 build because I figured since I already have 2 monster studs in Skeens and Scooble, why do a 7-pitcher build for when I have those 2? Because, again, of course I can. Like I said, there's a bunch of things that can happen, but that's what I decided. And yeah, that fell beautifully. Now, back to the board here. So Ooh grabbed another one of my favorite picks, which is Nolan McLean. I've got so much Nolan McLean so far.
Rolled Tide Dan took one of my favorite picks.
Old Murakami.
Trey Savage.
Oh, Trey Savage. That's right. I see. I was looking at who he just took.
So obviously you guys don't know me, but it's a strategy I've used for years. It's proven. It's science. I love to draft based on name value. It works. Trey Savage is a phenomenal baseball name.
It sure is. Who told you about Trey Savage?
That was you.
That was me.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know. As soon as I heard about him the first time, I immediately thought of you because I'm like, oh my gosh, Duggar is gonna love that name. As soon as he doesn't even need to know anything about him, he's gonna draft Trey Savage.
Absolutely. And my Rocco Baldelli love and Grady Sizemore. Oh, great baseball name.
Juju. Well, you never lived down Juju Smith-Schuster when you drafted him the first year, just because Puka.
I literally
Puka was
him.
The best
Puka
example of your favorite team, the best name ever in the history of fantasy sports.
And that was a player that you got on to me for drafting way too much of, and who won?
Very true.
Now, 99% of the time, you're right, but those 1%ers, I'll take them.
So, by the way, I'm up here. I was going through and looking. So one thing I did want to kind of point out to guys, one thing we haven't talked about tonight is stacking. We haven't talked about stacks at all. So just answer me this, Duggar. Do you like to stack? Do you like to build stacks? Like what's your thoughts on stacks? Because I've talked about mine a lot, not on here, but on other things.
So I've gone both ways. I'm not going to draft 150 teams like you are. Although I'll draft quite a few this year because I do have some money from an alternate website that I can put onto this account now. I don't force the stacks. I have forced stacks in the past. Now I use it as the coin flip. So if there's 2 players I like and I can stack them, then I'm probably going to take the player I can stack.
I just wanted to jump in and say TK11.
Yeah, you just pissed Spencer off real bad.
You got me. One of these days. Number 1 highest drafted person of the year so far has been Varsho for me. I was about to take him as my 6th outfield and be done. Push that down the line. Whenever I don't get who I want, that's fine. We just pivot. Pick up and pivot, my friend. Pivot. All right. So let me get this pick in. Yeah, we're going to go with oldie but goodie, Mr. Steady. He should be earlier. Dude, I know. Varsho should be so much earlier, but I've been able to get him at 150 this whole time. Pick 150. You just got him at 133. You knew he should have been gone and went ahead because you're on the turn. So this is actually a good point. So TK11, he's on the turn. And when you're on the turn in these drafts, and you've got to go all the way around and back around to you, if there's someone you want like Varsho, he knew if that was his time, if he did not take Varsho there was no chance that Varsho would have made it back around. Maybe you knew I was going to take him. Maybe not. I don't know. But I know you knew he wouldn't have made it back around. And
so I'm gonna try to do a little recreation and bringing Doyle home.
Another from the infamous Duggar third place juggernaut, the bronze beauty.
I don't know that we've ever called him that, but I'm here for it.
No, that's the first one that just came to me. The bronze beauty.
There it is. I'm not even going to ask a follow-up question.
You sniped TDK.
Oh, no. Sorry, man.
Hey, he got a better pick in Nico Horner. Come on, Nico's better anyway. We're both big Nico guys. And Yuri, by the way. Love the Yuri pick. I wanted to jump in and say, too, so TK11 said earlier, I can't take Skeens. Something about a Pirates pitcher in the second just feels so wrong. Bro, completely understandable. Obviously, the reasons why to not take Skeens is what I just was talking about earlier was wins. He's hardly going to get many wins. With this said,
but he gets all those quality starts.
He's getting those points. And can he get some more wins this year?
Well, and let me piggyback a little bit. So
I think Skeens could bump up to I think he finished with 12 wins last year. I think he could bump up to 15 or 16. I wouldn't say all the way to 18 or 19. That's probably too much of a stretch, but 15 or 16, we can get there. The Pirates have done just enough, and the Cardinals are going to suck. The Reds, they can beat the Reds. These are teams in their division. Cubs and Brewers are good.
So also the thing, to me, the appeal with Skeens is, so Spencer said it earlier, you got me, Flannel Phil. So yeah, that was going to be a stack piece for me. Yeah. That being said, I don't take a lot of this guy. So this, I just told you I'm not forcing stacks, but I mean, I love power. And if I can get another Colorado bat, I'll go ahead and do that.
Yeah.
There are negative points for pitchers, and earned runs can really knock down your score. I mean, let's just look at Skeens' ERA for the last 2 years. I'm here for it.
Yes. So that's a great point, Duggar. Great point. The only thing that you lose points on is earned runs. And let me go pull up and see here. I just looked because I've got this sheet pulled up. Oh, I'm on the clock. Hold on. Uno momento, por favor. Let's get in here. I think I know the answer. Let's review, make sure. Yep, that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna star him and talk for a second. We're going Jung-Hoo Lee. Okay, because that's gonna pair as a teammate pair with Devers. And that'll be my 6th outfield. I'm gonna be done at outfield. So these were the top pitchers whenever it came to earn runs allowed. So points that they, how many points did they not lose at earn runs? I'm pulling this up. That is tab B. The answer is, I think Skeens is going to be first. That's why I'm looking at this here. Okay, Skeens is one of the top pitchers that pitched over 100 innings. Not the top, because actually, but we're not talking about a per inning basis. He only gave up 41 earned runs. He only lost, Skeens did, only lost a few points from earned runs in the whole. It was a total of, 123 points that were negative. Whereas, for example, he got 648 points from strikeouts, 100 points from quality starts, 50 from wins, and then 561 points from innings pitched. So let's go ahead and get my pick in here. Let's see. Yep. We're going to go with another pitcher, and I'm going to have a 5-3-6 start. Okay. There we go. So that's Nate Eovaldi. Now I have two Rangers pitchers, Eovaldi and DeGrom. Let's see who else. Gilbert, Schwellenbach, Sandy Alcantara. I really like that. I like that pitching a lot.
Here's a
All right.
question for you. I don't know if I've ever asked you. So, like, once you've locked in your sixth outfielder, do you just take your outfield off your board, or do you leave them in there just in case somebody's a crazy fall and you want to switch it up?
I leave them in there.
Yeah.
Yep. That's a good question.
I don't, because I have no self control. So I take them off.
It's true. You don't. If there's someone you really want, you'll just do it regardless. So,
Yep.
no, that's a great question. Now, I did want to go back real quick to talk about pitching. So, you notice there's no points for saves. So, relievers are nothing in this. It's all about starters. So, it's all about getting innings pitched, striking guys out, wins and quality starts, and giving up low runs. That sounds like the most simple, basic thing you can have as far as an idea for pitching. And it's true. It is. I mean, that's one thing I love about the scoring for Underdog is you don't have to get into anything crazy to just to understand to have a pitcher that scores points. He needs to pitch a lot, strike guys out, and get wins. I mean, it's that simple. Now, I realize that that's a whole lot easier said than done when picking pitchers. That's why this is a crazy game. But still, there's a lot to think about when it comes to hitting and a lot more strategy as to what kind of hitters score you what. Just like how we were talking about the big pop guys, like you took Hunter Goodman, who's going to get a crap ton of homers and score a lot of points that way. That's not Spencer Steer's game. What are you drafting Spencer Steer for? Hopefully you're drafting Spencer Steer for what, doubles? Let me go look Spencer Steer up last year. Now, last year was his worst year from his couple of seasons in the bigs, but how did he score his most points last year?
So while you're looking that up, I'm going to tell you just from a build standpoint at my team, I have to force myself to take pitchers because right now I only have 4. And this is good. I'm going to take 3 more, but I'm in that area where I'm not in love with the pitchers. Man. And there's a lot of infielders I want to take. So that's why if I would have went pitcher already, since I went with an ace, I'm going to make this a Garrett Cole team and just hope the team can hold out until he comes back.
You just took your first Garrett Cole share earlier today when we were drafting.
This is only it's only my second share. I'm not doing much of it, but if you can get him as a 5, preferably a 6, I don't mind doing it because your team should be able to hold out until he comes back. But also, I don't love drafting already injured players. I don't mind drafting injured players that are coming back healthy. That I have no issue with. Usually, I don't like to draft injured players, but here we are.
Well, yeah. I mean, ideally, drafting injured guys is not a good strategy.
But, bold strategy, Cotton.
But I get with Garrett. Again, you're going to probably have 7 pitchers. To me, if I'm drafting Garrett Cole, I need it to be a 7-pitcher build.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm going to take a quick look here. Let's see. Is there anyone that jumps out that could be a good stack piece for me? Nothing jumps out as a great stack piece. So I'm going to go with, instead of a steady Eddie guy like Glaber, I'm going to go with a pop guy like Isaac Paredes. So Paredes is someone that also a classic better in best ball, not the best regular roto player, doesn't have a great batting average, doesn't steal, but dude can hit homers like crazy, especially if he stays in Houston. Now, if they trade him, it won't be a good pick, but he's perfect for Houston with his pull pile. All he does is pull the ball. And when you look, what are you messing with your camera for? Your
I
hand's
was
really
trying
big.
to read the comments, man. Jesus. Leave me alone.
Sorry, I had to. I just looked over and your hand was all over the screen. But
Sorry, I
anyway,
wasn't made for the camera.
that's okay. It's back to me. I just hope Brady stays in Houston. Is my point.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm not taking another pitcher. We're going to go ahead and grab another infield, and this time I am going to go with kind of a more steady guy, but with some upside in Tovar. Tovar,
You son of a bee.
yeah, that would have been nice for your little Rockies thing, but that was already a good fall. There's another
Yeah.
Rocky that might fall to you. We'll see. We'll see what Bjorn does here.
Oh, you're good. I was all over Tovar last year, and it definitely burned me. But I think there's room for a bounce back.
Yeah, I agree. Although I mean, in Colorado, there's definitely room, and there's all sorts of Colorado pieces you can stack throughout this thing. That's one kind of nice thing about taking them, is they are very easily stackable. That's something to think about when you're drafting. Is when you take someone, thinking about, well, who can I stack with them moving forward. I want to kind of show everyone this real quick, just in case you're doing this on your own. So TDK, like, this is for you, like someone who doesn't do a lot of these if you didn't know. So let's say you want the Brewers. You see, if you go type the Brewers in, here's all the Brewers players, and then you could star Brewers guys just like this, and then you can have, now you have to watch out if you're, so you don't get autoed if you're just doing the star players from teams, because I think every one of us that star players from teams has had a time or two where we've gotten autoed and we get completely screwed by getting someone who should have been a last round pick in the fourth round. But so if you do the star method, you got to kind of watch out, but it helps you keep an eye on who you're looking at later if you do want a team stack. Space Raisin, you son of a bee.
Yeah, man. Well,
I really thought Merrill Kelly might make it all the way back
so
around. I
I
was
just
wrong.
needed a boring steady Eddie since I took Cole. So he's going to just be my boring guy that helps guard against zeros.
No, that's actually a great point. Because you just took Cole, Merrill Kelly is a really good mesh in there with him, because yeah, like you just said, Merrill Kelly is the most he's one of the most steady innings pitch guys that you can get, as far as like he's going to be out there. He's going to probably get you a lot of quality starts too. Again, we'll see about the wins, but probably get a lot.
I mean, Nolan Arenado is going to change that whole team. So
Bjorn said earlier, he said, I've got good stacks example for a team. I'm going to check out your team right now, my friend. Let's check it out here. All right. So hitting wise, first thing that I noticed, yeah, so he's got Freddie Freeman, Kyle Tucker, and Teoscar. Beautiful. He took Brent Rooker and then Soderstrom and then got Shea Langoliers. I couldn't love that anymore. I have several teams that I had I have a team that I drafted with earlier, or like just like 2 or 3 hours ago. That's very similar. And then he stole my Salvador. You son of a. He's got a couple Yankees, Ben Rice and Trent Grisham. So yeah, see, that's perfect. And then I brought this up whenever I was actually talking with the Stacking Dingers guys the other day. For anyone who follows them, it's another YouTube channel that does a lot of drafts on here, and they're really great guys, and they provide a lot of content about the tournament itself. But I was talking with them the other day, and I asked a group of guys, I was like, when you are stacking and you're thinking about how many players you have from a team, do you count the pitchers? Because in my mind, I've always counted the pitchers whenever I'm building stacks, but they're like, no, we only count the hitters. So to them, stacks is only about hitting. And then I was like, well, do you ever stack pitching staffs? And they were talking about, and this I never thought about. This is a great point, that if you have 2 or 3 pitchers from the same pitching staff, it helps increase your likelihood of getting multiple 2 starters in the playoff weeks. And I had never thought of that before. I'm like, yeah, actually, that's a really great point. So I've been starting to do that. Like, think about pitching as a stack, and then hitting as a stack, but not necessarily the two of them in related.
You definitely been on some early Braves pitching stacks.
Yeah, the one I just actually did in this draft earlier, um, I got 4 Cubs: Edward Cabrera, Matthew Boyd, Cade Horton, and whoever
Yeah.
was Shoto Omanaga, because they're all
Yep.
late.
Yeah, boy.
I was a boy. I kind of am a boy. I've become one. Speaking of, it's my pick. He's up right now. It's him or Bieber,
You've
but I
always
want
been
to
a
take a
Bieber guy.
chance on Bieber. Bieber is very similar to the discussion that we just had about Cole. Only Bieber probably doesn't have the same upside as Cole. Um, I don't know. I don't
He
think
feels
Bieber's got the same
so
upside as Cole.
old, and he's not. I don't know. In my mind, Bieber's like 47 years old.
Yeah, Bieber does feel old. You're right, but he is not. Well, how old is he? 29.
I think he's 30.
So yeah,
Yeah.
basically. All right. There goes the Beebs to Joey. All right. Now, mm, so since nothing jumps out to me as someone that I want immediately, I'm going to go with one of my boys, one of my top drafted guys, and grab my boy Royce Lewis. Again, I'm not going to worry about if he gets injured. He's a stud. Hopefully, he stays healthy and doesn't get hurt. I wanted to say this too. DD Bake, who's picking right next to me, he just went with around 17 Noelvi Marte and around 18 Sal Stewart. Very interesting. I'm going to be interested to see if he continues finishing this out with Reds. But I like that. Um, I was drafting a lot of Sal Stewart to begin the bullpen, and I've really backed off. I feel like maybe I need to dip back into Sal Stewart as well. And TDK says this three-way balance some ways is more tricky than the more complex rosters. I mean, it is. There's so many different ways that you can do it, and I used to TDK. Duggar knows. I used to actually hate the way that Underdog does just infield, outfield, and pitching, because from being so used to drafting roto teams and drafting best ball teams over on NFBC, where you still do catchers, first, second, third, short, middle, corner, uh, you know,
Do
pitcher.
you
You do have
tills?
pitcher. But like I'm so used to that in my mindset, it's taken me a couple of years to buy into this, but now I'm fully in. Like now I love it, and I love the strategy of who to mix in where, what to do in what rounds. So I'm definitely all aboard right now, but it did take me a while. I didn't like it when I started it.
That's why I only did 8 drafts.
That's why you only did 8. I mean, me and you in the past, we've complained a lot about this to each other. But then you won $35,000, and we're like, okay, maybe we should be doing Underdog a lot more.
Yeah. Versus the $150 I'd win on the other site.
Right, exactly.
So I don't know if you noticed, Spence, but I went classic Duggar, and even though I drafted a hurt pitcher, I also drafted a young upside guy. Shocker.
In round 18, you didn't even wait till round 20 to do it like you could have. You bumped him up.
Yep. Yep.
No, hey,
Saw
no
his,
biggie.
saw his
That
name, and I was going to be mad if I didn't get him, so I just did it.
I was telling you all
Now
about Robbie Snelling last week.
Roll Tide Dan just screwed me. I was going to go double upside play, but thank you for nothing there, sir.
Yep. You were going to take JJ as well. JJ's got to have an everyday job. Love the Joe Musgrove pick. Duggar and I have both been drafting him a lot late in these.
Here's a maybe no. This is my this year's boring but beautiful. Hopefully,
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, old Jorge Polanco. I mean, he's going to be playing first base for the Mets. He should play every day. He does have power. I mean, there's no doubt he's got power. So I like that. I like that pick.
so what you just said is exactly why I drafted Brenton Doyle 2 years ago. He was kind of an unknown
Oh
young guy coming up, but he was gonna play. Oh, did he do it? Did he get
no, I'm
screwed?
sorry. I'm just
Oh,
laughing. Bjorn,
Bjorn
Bjorn,
Masterson scored TD.
I guarantee you just got TD on tilt right then.
Oh, I'm here for it. I love it. I
Me
love when
too.
that happens.
I love McLean. I just took Willie Castro earlier. I was telling Duggar, hey, Willie Castro now. He's been one of my boys in the past. I've not drafted him at all until literally earlier today. Because I'm like, I love him going to Colorado, playing every day there.
I
All
swear
right.
sometimes in these drafts, there's people just looking at other people's teams and taking people just out of spite.
Oh, we say this all the time. I guarantee it. I sometimes we do it. Not
Um,
all the time. Most of the time
yeah,
we're not, but every once in a while we'll be doing that whenever we're drafting together and looking at teams while we go.
it's fair.
I just got my last pitcher. I went young, upside, Hurston Waldrop, and Braves. I mean, good team, hopefully, and should hopefully get a good amount of wins. We'll see. We shall see about that one. But I feel good with Mixon and Waldrop as my seventh pitcher on rosters. TK got him some Carl Crawford Jr. I like it. And Jacob Lopez. I literally just took my second share of Jacob Lopez earlier. I only have done 2 drafts today, and Joey took Mark Vientos. Love it, rounding out. So I see TK with a 776, Joey with a 776, and I'm about to have a 776. Who do I want for my last infield? There's so many guys. I could go upside, but I've already taken some upside. I'm going to do my version of boring but beautiful, and that's Mr. Alec Bohm. Boom, baby.
There it is.
TK says, got Lopez so late in a DC, I felt bad. How late is so late? Did you get him? Let me guess. You got him so late it felt bad in a DC. You got him in round 32. In case anyone doesn't know, DCs are 50 rounds. They're 15 team 50 rounds. All right, Duggar. Last pick. You doing a 776 as well?
Oh yeah.
He says something like that.
Wait, not if I want power or on base machine. I usually go a late Jake Burger share, but I feel like I just want the on base constant stats, and I don't care. He doesn't have a team. Somebody's going to sign him.
Oh, gross. You love taking guys you know I hate just to hear me say it.
Yep, there it is.
That is a disgusting pick that I despise.
I love to spite draft against you, so that way when I win, I can say, "Well, you should listen to me."
But that doesn't happen. The ones that you win are the ones where we're on board together.
No, you were totally against me taking Paul Skeens that year because you're
No,
like,
I
he's
wasn't. That's a
no one's
lie.
even gonna know when he comes up. It's a
No.
wasted pick. Why'd you even do that? It worked out.
Well, guy, hey, this was awesome. TDK says, like the 700 plate appearance, a rise pick. All he does is hit singles.
It doesn't matter. Points are points. You get on base, you get points for runs, you get points for hits. There's no negatives.
Yeah,
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 I'm
I
here
get
for it.
it.
So
Bjorn
here,
says
here,
Stephen
here's
Kwan was on the winning Dinger team. Gosh dang it. All right, fine. I give up. Singles
so
matter.
so that's the thing. You can't go all power. Like you want the Eugenio Suarez, right? The all or nothing guys. But the weeks that they are nothing, that's why I like the Luis Ariz guys. They're never gonna be your top scorer for the week ever. But you know what? They're gonna factor a lot. And that's why I like taking one to three of those guys in my infield to outfield just to offset because I'm such an all or nothing guy. Like we don't know what Cags is gonna do. Like we have big high hopes, right? But there's going to be some stinkers in there. So for those stinkers, I like the boring guys. That's where Andrew Benintendi came in, right? Boring but
I know.
beautiful. So
I know. I
I know
know.
we've talked all about it. You can't
I
talk me
get
out of the
it.
players I like. It is what it is.
I get it. And Bjorn says he's universally booed by best ball guys, so I'm not alone. And Joey, thank you. TDK, really appreciate it. Um, Bjorn says he's bitter. He had almost no Quan. I drafted no Quan in all of my 150 bullpens. And the thing is, I actually like Stephen Kwan in real life, and I've got him in some other, like some of our actual leagues we've got. Like I've got him in AA. I really do like Stephen Kwan, but just I again, I've been way. Maybe I need to listen to what we're talking about too. I need to draft a few more boring guys and get some Stephen Kwan in my life.
There you go.
Hey, thanks, TDK. Appreciate it, buddy. Um, Duggar, I wanted to ask you, and I want to throw this out there while we still got a few people on. Does anyone want to stick on and do another draft? Duggar, you want to do another one?
11:40.
Yeah, you're East Coast time. Is
Yep.
it a little too late for you?
Nah, I'll hop in one, see how long it takes to fill. If it takes too long, I might have to hop off.
Okay, let's do it. Let's do one more. How many times have I talked you into one more?
Way too many. You're a bad influence.
Way too many. All right. Bjorn says he's in. All right, let's do it. Let's jump in another. Let's do one more. All right,
Counter
Duggar, you got
down.
it pulled up. We'll do a countdown. Everyone else who
I'm,
wants to jump in, get ready. We'll do a countdown.
I'm good.
All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, enter. 7 more, 6 more. All right.
Yeah. Well,
All
if I'm
right.
doing another
Sweet.
one, I'm might have to mix me a beverage just so you know.
All right. No problem. No problem.
It's what you
TDK,
get.
see you, buddy.
Kids
And
are asleep. This is my time.
this is your time. TK11, how often will you stream? Great question. I didn't mention this earlier. My plan is to stream multiple nights a week. Moving forward, I'm going to do football too. I mean, I'm a big one of the main reasons why I love best balls, gladiators, draft and holds is because during the baseball season, I don't want to be doing fab. I don't want to be doing pickups. I don't want to be setting lineups. What do I want to spend my time doing? Drafting football teams. That's what I'm
Well,
doing during the summer. I'm watching baseball. I'm in, 5 or 6 different home leagues. And so I'm doing those, but I don't really want to be. Last year I was in 10 DCs. That was too much. I couldn't handle that was just setting rosters. And then I'm in the Bubba and the Bloom auction league, which that one you have to make pickups. That'll be my only actual fab pickup league. Um, TK11 says same. He just does best ball in a single home league. Yeah, I mean, it's just drafting is so great. That's why this is called draft best ball draft addicts. That's who this is for. The people like us that we love drafting teams and the strategy of it. But man, managing them through the year, that's a lot. That's a lot. And I don't love that.
I mean, you talk about our home leagues. Our home leagues are not the average home leagues either.
No, it's true. We've our home leagues, we've been doing them for like we said 20. I mean, we have one that's literally going into year 22, another one that's going into year 20, another one that's going into year 17. I mean, like, and yeah, we've got really good competition. We've all been doing this together for so long. They're all keeper leagues, so we all have great teams. Um, but yeah, no, I know. One thing I did want to say, because we're currently sitting at 2 more, is that as far as drafting dingers goes, um, I just don't. We were talking about this earlier. I don't see the merit in doing a whole bunch of the smaller drafts. Just save the money and do them for the dingers, because this is where the reward, the return on your investment can come in big time. I mean, there's $3 drafts on here, and if you want to do them to kind of get used to drafting or just to have fun, I mean, I'll do them just to mix in every once in a while. But honestly, you were telling me this earlier. You're not going to do like any of the $3. If you're going to do it, we're going to do dingers.
That being said, I did do one the other day. I had a early morning, and I just logged in just to see if anybody was on. It was like 6:30 in the morning, and I clicked enter, and it instantly filled, and it was full of actual people. It wasn't an auto draft. So I mean, if you want to jump in those, by all means, do it. Um, I just only have so much time and so much money I want to put through that I'm go big or go home.
Yeah. Yep. Go big or go home, baby.
I will say
Right.
those drafts are good to do just so you can kind of see um, the draft board. Because let's be honest, the ADP absolutely structures how these drafts happen. Right? We're all slaves to the numbers. If you can figure out how to break those numbers, good for you. Um, you know, I definitely draft different from pick one than I do from pick 12.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes jumping in those cheaper drafts, just kind of see how the flow goes. It's always good to do as well.
That's a good point. That's a really good point. If anything, yeah, just to kind of get you used to the draft pool, who's available from what spots. Because we say this a lot too, don't we? And that's that a lot of times it's the luck of just what draft picks you get as to who's your high exposures are.
Mhm.
Um, I
What
remember
was
back
my
a couple.
exposure of Acuna?
I was going to say, yeah, back a few years ago on Best Ball 10s, you just kept pulling ones all the time. And it was like, it was insane. It was like
He was on over.
38% of your drafts were pick ones. And it was like, we even talked about like, how
Yeah,
do you keep taking him? Do you mix it up? And this was coming off of his absolute monster 23 season. And then, of course, he gets hurt. Um,
yeah. I mean, it
TK11
killed all
says,
my leagues, but
right. But I mean, what
how
are
do
you
you
going
not
to
do it?
do, especially after Acuna's 23, where he was the best player of all time?
Right.
Um, TK11 says, do you do the DraftKings version of the dinger? Had more luck there last year. Rooms aren't as sharp. No, I don't.
Something to
I've
look
thought
into.
about it. We've talked about doing DraftKings. Um, I only do DraftKings whenever I want to jump in to make a football roster for the weekend and join in the millionaire contest or something and just throw a dart in and then but I always lose my money. I've been doing
Pick
DraftKings for a
pick
decade
three,
and I've
baby.
I've all I've done is lost money, so I just don't like pumping money into there. Whereas I've had success here on Underdog, and I love how quick the drafts fill, and I'm very very much used to it. I think a lot of times it's good to kind of draft with what you're used to, in that sense as well. But no, I have thought about jumping in, and I'm not saying that on this channel even we may jump in and do some DraftKings drafts later just to check it out and talk it out and I'll look at their scoring and we can kind of talk that out together. That'd be pretty fun actually. We may end up doing that just to mix things up.
I mean, what you just said is exactly, I think, where you can gain the advantage on even the person who's drafting a ton of drafts. Understand the scoring, find the nuances, I know me and Spence just argued about it, but find those guys. Like I drafted Luis Ariz. In the past it was Steve Kwan. I drafted a ton of Steve Kwan because on surface, when you look at their roto numbers, they're trash. But for this site, they can be very valuable players. So
I
definitely
wouldn't say
understand.
I wouldn't say trash because you're talking about two really good batting average guys, but from a
Okay,
power perspective,
well, okay. From even the counting numbers perspective, because you're in your traditional game, you're not getting bonus points for doubles or triples, right? You're just getting the batting average.
true, true. Uh,
So
let's. I want to do a quick. I want to do a quick look up here. I'm looking up a rise. All right. Arise was the number one player in terms of singles, but his singles scored him 417 points. By the way, he scored a total of 1,115 points. The next highest category for him came from doubles, where he scored 180. He only had four triples. That was 32 points. Eight homers, 80 points. He didn't walk. He was 178th at position players and walks, so only 34 walks. RBI is only 61. 128,
you're on the clock.
steals 11. Thank you. Yeah,
Oh,
so I
look,
mean, Arise, I just
he's
can't get behind
super
Arise.
boring. I get it. I get it. I'm just telling he keeps you because I've looked at the stats weekly on my, so that's maybe the difference too. You are so much of a bulk drafter. you don't look at your teams like I do. And that's not a bad thing. I'm just stupid and obsessive. But I see those week to weeks where I would have had a zero or even a negative. Eugenio Suarez gets me negative weeks. So a player like Luis Ariz is just, he's not an automatic, right? He's a team build. So he's my protection from a negative week from Eugenio. That's kind of the balance that I look at.
I get it. And honestly, it makes a lot of sense. It kind of boils back to what I was saying though earlier of the fact of once you would that and see that makes all the sense in the world for advancing your teams, right? What you
Right.
just described to me helps get your team in first or second place to get a ticket to the playoffs, and that matters. It does. It does.
Oh, absolutely.
How do we judge if our seasons are good or not? It's not necessarily based off of how much money we made or lost. It's about how many teams percent wise did we have advanced to the finals? How many tickets did we get? And I am happy if I'm at 25%, 1 out of 4. That's where I'm happy. And if it's less than that, as long as it's over 20, I can live with it. If it's 30, that's ideal. Like I would love if I could get to 33% to where 1 out of 3 drafts I'm finishing first or second. That would be ideal. But once you're there, oh man, I just wanted to say, Duggar, I got picked 10
I
again.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
love the start that I'm about to get. I've
Yeah, I'm
done
super
this start
jealous.
so many times and I love it.
I love it.
It's double junior start.
Yep.
Vladdy and Tatis.
Yep.
Great.
We're so old. We watched their dads play.
Sure did. Vladdy Sr., one of my favorite players of all time. I was watching at my house the game that Fernando
Tatis
Tatis hit
has
the
the
dual
most
grand slams in
unbreakable
the same
record
inning.
ever.
Yeah.
Yep.
Trivia question for you. What pitcher, first off, what team was that against?
Dodgers.
What pitcher?
Oh, I know it. I can see his face. Carrot. I'm gonna keep my opinion to myself.
Chan-Ho
Because I'm on
Park.
the clock. Yeah, it was Chan-Ho. Um,
Bjorn,
yeah,
I'm
I
going to
was
comment here in just a second on what you
I'm
just
just
said.
going
I
back to
just
back
noticed it.
schemes. I don't care.
Oh, nice. Love it.
It is what
Duggar.
it is. Yeah.
Check out what Bjorn did from pick 12. He said this is his first pick 12 and he wanted to try something funky. I love that. And you helped me get Vladdy, so thank you for that too. But I love he went Rooker Kurtz from the 1-2
Oh,
swing.
I
I
do
think
like
that's
that.
awesome.
I mean, that's huge power. I mean, Rooker has made me decent amount of money. We both were in on him early, so that's fun to see. And then Kurtz, I mean, he's got all the ability in the world to be one of the top home run producers. So yeah, I love it.
Top hitting producer, period. That's the thing, is
Well, that's fair.
yeah, I could not love Nick Kurtz more. Nick Kurtz is just incredible. But from a stacking perspective, what that does, we were talking about unique lineups earlier, right? Like how you can do things to be unique but still be good. That's exactly the type of thing that you do, because at ADP 17 and 21, it's the only way to pair them as a round one reach. It is, unless you have pick 1 or 2. Every once in a while it can happen, like it's happened. I have paired them from pick 1 with Shohei, the Kurtz Rooker, but it doesn't happen very
All right,
often. You have to get lucky.
Spence, double ace like you did, or do I go with my boy Duran? Even over Churio, I know.
Or take the Churio fall. This is a good Churio fall. Your
Yeah,
call.
you know what? I'll just take the fall. No, I'm going Duran. That's just how it is. Duran's still got the upside because here's a sneaky play. We were talking about it earlier as far as know your scoring. Duran, what, he's been top 3 last 2 years in triples.
Top
Like,
one. I mean, I think he's the best.
he's probably the best. And those are pretty valuable as well.
See, let's see here. Triples. He was second. Corbin Carroll had the most. So Corbin Carroll had 17 triples, which was 136 points. Duran was second, though, 13 triples. So he got 104 of his points from triples. But Duran was fifth in baseball in doubles. He had the
Yeah,
fifth
he's a
most
double
points at
machine.
doubles, too. He had 41 doubles. What else did he do very well in? Duran was also very good in both, let's see, runs and steals. He was 30th with 24 steals. That was 96 points, 86 runs, 44th, 172. So, yeah, Duran just puts up points across the board. He's a stud. That said, so's Churio.
Sure.
So maybe Churio
That,
was still the
so,
better pick, but nonetheless,
well,
they're
you say
both they're
that,
both
but
great.
here's the thing: what is Cheerios last 2 years have been around 1,200 points?
Yeah,
Duran's had a 1,600 point season and a 1,400 point season. So to me,
100% get it. Yeah.
that's where the coin flip goes to me. It once
Yep.
you've shown it, that's all I need to see.
Yep, completely get it. Man, this is hard for me to not take Junior Caminero here.
Yeah,
It's a 4 pick fall, which isn't huge, but I'm not going to do it.
Langford or Green, Langford. Yeah,
Langford. It sets up. We've talked about that. It sets up some Texas pieces. T Bainbridge, who's at pick 11, he just said, "Well, screw it, take Caminero," and he started 3 straight infielders, which do not I do not advise to do that, but gosh dang, those 3 infielders are incredible.
so that's the
Elway,
thing.
Jose
I have
Ramirez, and Junior Caminero. I mean, I sure don't blame him for doing that.
no. I've seen some phenomenal teams that have amazing infielders, but by the end of the draft, you look at their pitching and you look at their outfield, and you're like, "Woof, Buzz's girlfriend."
Right. Riley Green and Soderstrom is who Bjorn went with. So
Okay,
get him that other A's piece. You know, you
I
can
love it.
pair up some Tigers later. So
You've
big
been a
fan of that.
huge A's watcher the last few years. That's a fun team to watch.
Oh, big time. Um, Nothing jumps out at me here as huge. So I'm going to do a team stack piece and go with George Springer to go with the Vlad. So I'm at one infielder, 3 outfield to start, which is a pretty typical start for me.
So something I will say, because we do a lot of these together, obviously, we always start off not caring about stacks, and then stacks slowly start creeping into the back of our minds. Um, I'm trying not to do that this year. I know you've got your own plan for your 3 phases because you're going to max out this tourney. By the way, how are you going to max out this tourney? How'd you do in football?
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Where'd
I
you,
got a few bucks in my account to spend on baseball. So
yeah.
yeah, no, I had the Schnauzer, which the Schnauzer is a tournament with 180,000 people, and I finished 9th, and it's a
Decent.
pretty penny, but Duggar, you know how frustrating it was because I was
Oh,
this close, this
you
close.
should have brought home 100 grand.
So I easily could have won that going into that game that night. All that I
Yeah.
needed, I'll say this just one more time. If I had 25 points from Puka, which he had done like every week for the previous month and a half, and
Yep.
15 points from Kyle Pitts to replace the 2 spots that I had that they would have gone in, that 40 points total between the 2 of them, replacing what I had, which was 5 and 1, that would have been enough to push me to the 100 grand.
Yeah.
It was not to be. Kyle Pitts couldn't do nothing, and then Puka had his worst game of the year. Yeah.
I will say for anybody that's listening, if you can get to a top 10 sweat, it is the craziest day of your life.
So much
I will tell
fun.
you that.
I
Oh,
lived
so much.
I lived with Duggar through his vicariously for not just a day. That's a 2-week baseball's
It
2-week
was a
period.
2 week tournament. Yeah.
And the last week, knew things were lining up well, but the last weekend,
Oh,
every day we were talking multiple times throughout the day with you just being like, oh my gosh, dude, look at this.
I woke up
Remember,
that morning going, dude, I might win $1,000. Like, this is pretty cool. I might win $1,000. Couple hours later, man, I might win $2,000. This is something. dude, I'm
And
going to
then,
win $5,000. And then at the end of the day, I was like,
and
dude,
then,
I just won $35,000. It was such a fun day.
such a fun day. Mine would have
Such a
been
fun
so
day.
much funner if
Oh,
Puka would have caught that last pass, the one hander,
mm-hmm.
4 points, 4 more points,
Mm-hmm.
and I'd have been at the $35,000 mark, just like you.
Yep. Yep.
Oh well, it is what it is. It
It
was
is what it
super
is.
fun.
That's
It
why
was
we do
super
more.
fun.
Oh, so fun.
Okay, I'm up. I'm looking. Is there any pair pieces that I want?
You
Nothing
don't have
jumps
pitcher
out at
yet.
me.
Round
There's
5.
no.
You did it back to back drafts.
What's that?
You don't have pitcher yet. You've done it back to back drafts in round 5.
I sure
Or,
have. And I'm going to do it again. I'm going to take the same guy that I took last time because I've just been
okay.
loading up on Jerks and Profar. I take a lot of
Okay.
Profar, a lot of Jose Altuve, a lot of Mike Trout, and I'm going to let Bjorn get him some Lawrence Butler here. I could
That's
have sniped.
awesome.
I'm not. I didn't. I'm going to
That's the
let it build
ultimate A
out.
stack. And I'm here for it.
Yeah, I was able to put those guys together earlier. It feels good. I'm going to let him do it here, assuming he
Hopefully.
does.
Come on, Bjorn.
I'm assuming that Larry Butler has to be one of these picks here. Let's find out.
Oh no, did he get autoed? Oh no. Is he
Well,
there? Oh no.
well, Jazz is still a good pick.
No, Jazz is great. I'm hoping he's on so he can complete this quad A's team.
I hope so
Uh,
too. Bjorn, buddy. Hey, well, he's not. He
ah,
said, "Screw it." He got Gilbert. He said,
I'm good with that.
who needs Larry Butler anyway?" Yeah, he kind of sucks. All
It's
right, here's my
terrible.
first pitcher. Love it. Brian Woo. Woo, woo, woo,
Woo
Brian
woo,
Woo.
Brian Woo.
I see in this one we've also got Ooh, the guy who had pick one last time. He's back in here. I also am noticing Bobby Boucher is in this draft. Did you
Oh,
notice that we got
yes.
we have the water boy himself in this draft?
I did not until now
Now you know.
because I'm not really on the lookout for wild, wild, wild water boys.
Gatorade.
All
All
right.
right.
Sorry, guys. We're annoying. This is what we do to entertain
It's
ourselves.
fine. It's fine. We've held back a lot.
Oh, you have no idea.
The references that we normally constantly make to each other, it could be overbearing for other
Yeah,
people.
to say the least. Yep.
All right, now back to where we're at here. So I'm looking at you're at a 104 build. Um, you have no stack pieces as we begin. By the way, I didn't say this because we were talking about other things, but I do really like the Ian Happ Brandon Nimmo duo
Yeah.
of like just steady Eddie across the board guys who are good at everything and score points and play every day as your 3 and 4. Because I mean, Soto's the number one, like literal number one steady
And
Eddie. Where
taking those two lets me take the upside of Larry Butler.
Oh, did you just get? Are you getting that fall? Hey, look at that. You could have also said you could have taken that opportunity to take Mike
Trout.
Trout.
So I've taken a ton of Trout and I've not been scared of him and I've always scared of him. So I've just backed off a little bit. But it's also the combination of the fall of Larry Butler. I mean, he could be right up there with some monster numbers as well.
Let's go see what was it. Yeah, so it was a 7 or 6.5, but 7 pick ADP fall. Yeah,
Which isn't massive, but it's enough
it's
to
enough.
help a unique build.
Yep, absolutely, absolutely. All right, back to you. You going infield? You
I
going pitcher?
dude, I'm here for it. I am done at outfielder.
Oh, bro. So this is extremely rare, not just
I
for
don't
me or anyone, but for you. I don't know that I've seen you do a 106 before.
I've this is a number one, but Mike Trout is my numbers. Usually if in a Trout build, he's a number 4 for me. So him as a 6, and I'm done at outfield. I'm excited to see what kind of team I can put together. I may hate it. We'll see. It's why we are draft addicts and we do more than one of these.
You're absolutely right. You are absolutely right. Well, you know me, I love it. I love it. Like, I could not be more down for what you have just done, because now the whole rest of this draft, you literally can turn your outfield off, like you said,
Yep, I
and
just did.
just take infield and pitchers.
Yep. And I have an ace, so that helps me push infield even more, and I'm okay with it.
Hmm.
There's so many times. Obviously, there's a guy coming up. I'll wait till you make your pick.
Oh,
I have a feeling
dude,
that you got two
dude,
choices. Okay,
dude. No,
that's
the
what I
one
thought you
I
were
have
going to do.
one clear choice, and that
Well,
is Chris
I was
Sale.
curious because of NEP. There's
Well,
many a times we have started NEP as our number one infielder,
that's the
and
thing.
I'm okay with it.
If I did not have Vlad, I would have taken Vinny P as my first outfielder there. Let's say in round 2, I would have gone with Skeen, Scooble, or Crochet, like I have done many times. Yeah, it would have been Vinny P, no doubt about it.
Yep.
Oh, Duggar, look who's staring at me in the
I
face.
know you a big DeGrom guy.
No, no,
Oh, Snell.
no. This is what we were
Shit.
just talking about. I'm doing it. Let's go. Steve
Oh,
Kwan.
well, see, I can't see that because I've taken outfielders off my board.
Oh,
So
that's right. Steve, that's right. You come off your board. Stephen Kwan,
there
first
it
share
is.
in,
I'm here for
let's
it.
see, 100
Yes.
between 150, 30, like 50. So, like, I'm almost at 200 drafts, including my
Uh,
40 gladiators. I'm about almost 250 drafts
and that's
into
your
the draft
first Steve
season.
Kwan. Hey,
That's
I'm
my
here
first
for it.
Stephen Kwan.
We're here converting the real deal. I love it.
Bjorn, that one was for you. No, I mean, honestly, your point is very valid. Um, I mean, he fits well for this team
So,
as a
so
fifth
to me,
outfielder.
yeah, they're build specific guys. So Steve Kwan, Andrew Benintendi, um, those are
Who
build specific guys. They're there to protect your zeros. That's all they're
who
there for. They're not
Yeah,
weak winners.
you're exactly right. And you know who I like to take and who I normally take. And that's DeGrom, that's Jacob Marcy. Those are the people that I would normally draft there at that spot.
Right. And I know me and you talked about it a lot last year. I was completely against you drafting so much DeGrom. But you know what? It worked out for you.
Yeah,
Um,
the thing is, DeGrom, Sale, yeah, we know their injury history. We know the risks that they are, but they're both so good.
I'm just going to take the top of the queue there. So I'm not afraid to draft catchers. No, you're not either. But you got to draft the right catcher, right? You got to draft the catcher that's going to play almost every day
Mhm.
or play DH on their off days. But I'm not afraid to take catchers.
Yep, like the late Salvador Perez, who even whenever he's off catching, he's going to DH or maybe throw in the occasional first. Although with Vinny P, he's not going to play first a ton.
Well,
Cags, if they
say,
ever need Cags, can also play first. Um,
don't like being this deep in a draft with only one pitcher. So,
yeah, you're
you know,
probably getting nervous with only one pitcher.
yeah, I am.
It's all right though.
Um,
That one pitcher is Paul Skeens.
it's true. Kirby bounced back, another Wheeler. Framber not knowing where he's going. I'm still okay. I don't care where Framber goes. Just give me Framber. He's a quality start
Yeah.
machine.
No, if it was me, you know what I would have done, George Kirby.
Yeah, I
Um,
know.
but yeah, Framber is a good pick, and he's going to sign any day now. I think that now that these pieces are fallen, I bet these remaining guys that are free agents still are going to sign soon. Um, I I wonder if he just stays in Texas and just moves over to Arlington and signs with the
Hmm,
Rangers.
I'd be
I
okay with
could
that.
see that. I don't know. I don't know what Framber's going to do, to be honest with you. I mean, because I'm pretty positive he's not going back to Houston. I'm pretty sure if that was going to be the case, it would have done already happened. They would have
Yeah, it
just
already
re-signed him
happened.
before.
I agree.
By the way, if you didn't have outfield already done, and your outfield would have been on, that last pick of yours would have been Cags.
Uh,
He just
that's
went.
okay. I'll take the Trout. It's fine.
No,
It's
it's
fine.
it's fine. Okay, now I'm checking out to see if there's any sort of decent stack pieces that I could look at taking, and no stack pieces jump out to me. I'm not really into taking Zach Wheeler. We've already discussed the pitchers that are hurt. Although, again, kind of like with Cole, occasionally mix him in just in case he's good for the year. But I think
Right.
I'm gonna. I have one infield. No Royals.
You gonna go Eugenio?
I'm gonna go Eugenio. Yep.
Yeah,
I
there it
sure am.
is.
I mean, if
Yeah.
I had a Royal at this point, if I had Vinny P or Bobby Witt, I would have, or Cags, I would have taken Mikael Garcia. But um, we'll go Eugenio. Man, I was saying this earlier. I really hope he doesn't resign with Seattle. I really hope he goes somewhere else.
I absolutely hell, just go back to Arizona.
I would honestly, I would love that, but that ain't happening because they just traded
I
for
know.
Arenado.
I know it's not happening, but I can dream, right?
You can dream.
Because I'm a dreamer.
All right. Bjorn just grabbed him, Mikael and Torkelson. So Bjorn's got a 1.54 start. T. Bainbridge at pick 11. Duggar has a 5.50 start.
So I'd love to look at his team at the end of the draft just to maybe
We're
kind of
going to.
highlight why we're doing what we're doing. And I hope he proves us wrong. I hope I love his team, but I'm here for it. Here to see it.
And I'm going to go ahead and just grab a pitcher that I don't take a ton of, but I really like
Yeah.
Sonny Gray
Well,
with Boston. And I think he kind of fits after the Chris Sale piece in real nice with he fits with Woo in that, he could be a steady contributor for quality starts all the time. And
sure. I mean,
hopefully we'll
the
get a
K
lot more
upside.
wins.
Well, his K
He's got
upside's pretty
he's got
huge,
K
right?
upside. Yeah, he's a 200K guy. Just thank goodness he's off the Cardinals
Yeah.
for wins, that is.
R.I.P.
Ooh, just took Jackson Holiday. I had looked at Jackson Holiday or Bryce Terang or Shea Langoliers. I was looking at any of those infielders because they're the top three available. They're all good choices.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping he fell, but I kind of have
Who?
to.
Jackson?
Yeah, but I'm at the point in the draft because I've only got two pitchers that I'm going to force myself to start just going pitching, even if there's players I love at the infield because I know I can put together an infield.
Yeah.
And going so heavy at outfield definitely is going to force my hand the way this draft is constructed.
I would
Um,
have just made an argument for you to take well, you could take Shea Langoliers for the stack piece. So I was gonna say because Bryce Trang would have been a stack piece, but you savage, just go with your boy.
I'm going with my boy.
Yeah, just go with your boy. It's your boy.
It's my boy. Plus, there's pitchers in this range that I like the upside of that I'm okay with double tapping here. Um, but yeah, you're right. Shaylin Galeris would have been a nice stack piece, but that's where I'm not going to be a prisoner to stacks. And to me, the stacks have to make sense. I'm not going to force them.
No, I know you're absolutely right, and that one wouldn't have been forced by any means.
It
But
wouldn't have been.
you like you just said though, you've already pre-committed to taking pitching these next few rounds, regardless, because you know that you're going to finish with 7 infielders, maybe even 8, maybe 8, but probably 7.
Probably 7.
And
Yeah.
you'll be able to do 6. You could take all 6 in the final 6 rounds, and you're going to still have 6 more good infielders.
Yeah. I mean, doing this kind of strategy, obviously you have to hit on your infield. I just feel like, if you're playing Vegas odds, I feel more comfortable finding those hits in the infield than I do at pitching an outfielder. So that's
Yep.
why I'm kind of leaning towards early drafting outfield and pitcher specifically.
That's 100% because so we've talked about this, and I'll break it down for anyone that's listening still that if they haven't thought of it this way, but think of it just kind of this simple. For every team, they have three outfielders. Okay. So three times however many, that's your outfield. For infield, well, take DH. If you have a DH only guy, he's going to
And
be a
catcher.
catchers are infield.
Hmm.
So with infield, you've got four positions plus catcher. So yeah, five positions that are feeding the top players compared to three like outfield. And you're not going to have three top, not every team is going to have three top outfielders, of course. So most of the time, their other outfielders kind of suck. So that's why outfield is there's so much fewer of them in terms of quality, and there's so many more infield. So they're just going to be better infield options late, just period. All right, I'm up. Do I want to go ahead and take another outfielder? No. Do I want to take an infielder? It could be Simeon again for two drafts in a row. It's not going to be. I'm going to go pitcher. It could be Alcantara again. It's going to be Alcantara again. No, it's going to be Bubba. We're going to pivot to Bubba at
I
the
was
last
going to
second.
say, why don't you go on Bubba? There it
I'm going
is.
Bubba.
I thought about going Bubba instead of Yuri,
I've
but
me and Duggar, we've talked this out. Bubba is both one of our. It's the Pirates pitcher thing. I think that they're going to be quite a bit better this year, but Bubba is going later than you. Savage, Burns, Schittler, McLean, all these other rookie or second year pitchers. Bubba is the cheapest. It's because he's on the Pirates. I get it, but Bubba could be the best of them.
yeah. Plus, his name's Bubba Chandler.
Plus, his name is Bubba Chandler, and we love great names. I gotta find Bubba.
Oh, well, there's that.
You knew which part that was, right? Whenever he's running back into the woods with after he's been shot in the buttocks.
Yeah. So this is what we do when we draft. We just start talking about movie references and quotes, and this is where our
It's
friendship has evolved for the last 30 years.
You better believe it. Now, I could take easily another Sandy or Simeon, both guys, like I was saying. But you know what I'm going to do? Someone I've not taken yet, hardly at all, and we were talking about this guy too. Um, More power, baby. Munataki
Murakami,
Murakami. Come on
there it
down.
is. There it is. I've been drafting him. I'm not afraid. It's best ball, and there's no negative. So I don't care about the all power, all nothing guys. I'll take
Yeah,
them.
and he does offer that potential return for what if he does have a 40 home run year. Probably won't happen, but I've also told you that a lot of the other guys that I was talking with on the Stacking Dingers show, they were all really into him. And I mean, if a bunch of people are really into him in this format that draft all the time, and I'm staying away, it makes me rethink myself. Like, what am I missing here? I'm
Yeah,
not trying to think that I'm better than everyone else, smarter than anyone else in the room. That's for sure, because that's definitely not the case. We're just
definitely
trying to
not.
figure things out.
And it's
As
just
far
one of
as
those. It's one of those what ifs, right? Like you want a couple shares, like Skeens. The year I did all right. I didn't take Skeens on. I took him on one team. Happened to be the right one, right? So sometimes you just got to take those chances.
yeah,
Like
absolutely.
we've talked about it before. We were both heavy Joe Adell, Jordan Walker drafters in the past. Jordan Walker happened to be on my winning team. He factored it 0 weeks, so I had a dead roster spot. Go one, but that didn't shy me away from drafting Joe Adell last year. And that paid off. So
Hmm.
you know, don't be afraid. If you like a guy, draft him. Do it.
Yep. And swing away, right? Swing away, Merrill.
So, yep. So here's another. I'm gonna oh,
What you doing?
take an upside guy.
Oh, Tetsuya Imai. So you literally are drafting like all the pitchers that I love now, and I could not agree more with the last two. Yuri and Imai are two of my highest drafted ones. I love them this late. What great picks this late.
I mean, it's all or nothing, right? They could be busted pigs, but
Nah, they're gonna be
it's
both be
upside.
great.
Well, I'm hoping.
Yuri will
I,
be amazing. All he has to do is stay healthy. He's gonna be awesome as long as he's healthy. And Imai, everything that I've seen of him is that he's gonna be really good. And I think Houston is a great spot. And if he doesn't work out, then yeah, he doesn't work out. Oh well. But Yuri, I honestly I have no doubt that Yuri will be a monster as long as he stays healthy. The only thing though that could hold him back, Marlins, wins, what if they don't let
right.
him go 6 innings a lot and he doesn't get a lot of quality starts? So if his quality starts and wins are down, then that's going to bring his points down, even though he'd be great in a regular roto. Like if you're taking him in the gladiator, you're locking in that ERA and whip. But in this, if you're not getting the wins and the Ks and the quality starts that come along with those
I
innings,
mean,
I guess
I'm
we'll
just gonna
see.
take. I'm just gonna take that. He's got the ability of seeing it. He's like an every other year guy. That's what scares me. Is good, injured, good, injured, good, injured. This is probably an injured year, but I'll take the chance.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm fine with it. That's another one I'm not really on board with. Like I'm not really Ozzy Albies guy. I just kind of stay away. I've more or less it's not burned me all these years staying away from Ozzy Albies, and until it does, I just keep staying away. But if I had Braves, maybe, but you don't really have Braves, do you? Was
I
there
have
any stack?
nothing. I have. This is an
Yeah,
unstacked team, and
yeah,
it's fun.
yeah. Stack free since '93.
And sometimes
So yeah.
I like doing completely unstacked teams because where stacked teams are great is also their ultimate downfall because if they run into the Dodgers pitching staff during the playoffs,
Hmm.
good
You're
luck.
done. Yeah, right. Yep. No, no, I completely understand. And two, if it's not just who they run into as their matchup, but what if you have that team like the Braves or the Rangers that oh, they're going to be so good, and then they just completely across the board as a team just
Sure. Yeah, I mean the
completely
Braves,
fail.
prime example of the guy that I just took on the team that just completely fell apart. Thank you for that.
Oh gosh, this couldn't have worked out better. Dalton Varsho, come on
Uh,
down. Thank
there you
you.
go.
I could not. That could not have been better, and it works it with the Springer Vlad stack pieces. Oh yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, see, same thing. I will not force stacks, but man, if they fall to you, pooh, that's nice. It feels good when they do. Okay. I have 4 pitchers, 3 infield, 6 outfield, so I'm done at outfield. My 3 infield are Vlad, Eugenio, and Murakami. I could take Colson Montgomery to pair with Murakami. I could grab Tyler Glass now to go with an upside pitcher. Um, Colson Montgomery to stack or Glass now. This is the time I'm going to do a stack. I'm going to take Colson Montgomery.
Okay.
Um,
Speaking of
don't do it
stacks
very
too,
often, but try a sneaky little White Sox stack here, and then
sure.
opens up a piece or two later that I could throw on.
We've talked about unique builds. I think when you start looking at some teams, especially some people who do draft a lot, or even people who don't draft a lot, I think that's in their heads. Ooh, I need to do a stack piece. I need to start pairing teams together. So sometimes doing a completely unstacked team is how you get those unique builds as well.
Yeah. Oh yeah, well, it's a great point. We've talked about this forever. There's many times that I like to do unstacked completely. Like you said, just mix it up, don't do any stacks because a lot of drafters are going to want to stack, and especially the high volume guys like me are going to really want to stack. Bjorn, thank you, man. I really appreciate it. He says that our familiarity with each other allows us to disagree on players, which can be lacking sometimes on other streams. That's definitely true. We may be on board with a lot of guys together, but we are far apart a lot
Oh, trust me, we've had our arguments, that's for sure.
too.
And
Okay,
mainly it's
what you looking
because
at,
I'm
Space
stubborn.
Raisin? You were up.
Uh, I think I might just take boring Christian Walker. Uh,
Yeah, do it.
he just kind of can get you the power, gets on base. Um, Potentially, if I wanted to, adds another piece here in a second. That's a much higher drafted player for me.
Yeah. Um, and Astros, good lineup. Should have a good
Yeah,
chance for RBIs. Short left field. He pulls the ball a lot. He's definitely a bounce back candidate. He checks a lot of boxes, right?
right. A guy that you can get, this late that could re- could return top 10 value, right? Or not top 10 round value, not top 10
Oh,
value.
bro, on the turn, Connor Griffin just went at 14-12, pick 168.
Okay.
Hockey hooligan
He's here for it.
grabbing Connor Griffin. Does he have any other Pirates? Let's see. Nope, that is a solo shot, Connor
So
Griffin.
here's one of those where I should go pitcher here. Like I like Shota, the bounce back of Shota, um, Jack Leiter, even a Roki share, but
Baz, Nola. Yeah. What are you
this
doing?
is one where I'm just going to go ahead and add a little stack piece just because I do draft a lot of Paredes. Um, he's kind of one of those all or nothing guys some weeks, but he can definitely be a week winner. Um,
Well, I just took him in that last draft, right? Yeah, I take a lot of Brady's. So whenever I did my first, I don't think I told you this, Duggar. When I did my first Gladiator draft with Brock,
taking
back
my
in November, whatever.
AirPods on the road, by the way, so I can
Say
still
that
hear
again.
you. But I'm going off camera for a second, but I can still hear you.
Okay. Whenever I did my first draft with Brock in the Gladiator, he brought up and said to me, this is Brock is one of our good friends who's a really, really good player, and he does lots of research. He said that he thinks that Paredes could have the Cal Raleigh esque type of homer breakout, where if he stays healthy, just because of that short porch, that he's the one who could explode for 45 or 50 home runs. I
I was
I, I
going
could
to
see
say,
that.
so you're going to say Brady's going to hit
Not
the 60 home runs?
not 60. No, no, he didn't say that, but like just like a true breakout, like where no one sees it coming. Um, by the way, it's my pick. Um, I took Tovar last time. There's Shane Baz. I think I'm going to go with Aaron Nola. Take the fall of Aaron Nola. This is a big fall for Aaron Nola ADP wise. And Nola was so bad last year, but I think he fits my pitching staff really good with Woo, Sonny Gray, and Nola, while Chris Sale and Bubba Chandler kind of give me the upside. Now I can kind of add another upside pitcher, and I'm going to take the seventh still. So
I'm here for it. He's not a guy I'm drafting a lot of. So
no, I
sometimes the
won't.
draft needs to force me to draft some people.
I won't have a lot, but yeah, no, I could completely agree. Now Bjorn, I was just checking out; it's his pick now. Looking at his last few, I like what you've done. I like the Trevor Rogers Ladola. Let's see who you pair here with Brandon Lau.
I've been enjoying taking shares at him.
I
I don't have a lot of them, but I feel good when I
Shane
do it.
Smith. Okay, I was talking about should I be taking Shane Smith more just the other day. I'm like, I don't ever draft Shane Smith. Should I be taking him? It's the whole wins thing where I've been staying away because of the White Sox, but he was so good last year. Speaking of
Let's
Shane's though, that I have been drafting, I almost did it the last time. Let's just do it now. Shane Baz. There's that. There's my three upside plays of Chris Sale, Bubba Chandler, Shane Baz to go with three boring quality start, but good plays of Woo, Sonny Gray, and well, I can't call Nola a good play, but traditionally he has been.
let's be honest. The real reason we're not drafting Shane Smith, his name's Shane Smith.
Such a boring name. What a boring name. I know. Great call.
Oh, it's such a stupid tiebreaker, but I've done it for 30 years. I know 25 years. Can't help myself.
Hey, it's the literal name game, my friend.
It is. It is.
All right. Bobby Boucher's up. Mr. Coach Klein, Mr. Coach Klein. Let's see. What do we got here? He's got a 4, 5, 6, so he's probably going to go most likely infield. Yep,
Yep.
Salvi. Did he was those any pair pieces? Yeah, he had Cags.
So talk about a guy like Chandler Simpson in this format.
All right, I'm not taking Chandler Simpson ever at all, but I'm never taking Lisa Risen or Stephen Kwan, and you done talked me into Stephen Kwan. So let's go
But I
look up
think those are a
Chandler.
little different. A little different.
It's not a ton. All right, let's
Yeah,
go
but
see
Chandler's
Chandler.
just a straight speedster. He's Juan Pierre 2.0.
Yeah, he scored. I mean, he scored 300 points in singles, and he scored 176 points in steals, and he scored a total of 820. So what's that? 586 out of his 820 were just from singles and steals, and that's it. Yeah, I'm just not taking him.
Right.
He had three triples. That's 24
See,
points.
for a guy who's such a speedster, that stat shocks me.
He had 414 at bats. So if he plays every day, he's going to have more at bats. But still, it's like it's just such a weekly floor that's so low that I just don't want to do it. I will strike out with the home run guys every time over like these steady guys. Again, I know I just took Quan, but it's a little different. I mean, Quan is actually good. I mean, Chandler
So
Simpson, don't get me
this
wrong.
is
I will
I'm on
take
the
him
clock.
on some roto teams, especially like season long, but I also didn't draft Chandler Simpson on any gladiators. I
This is a pick I do not recommend. Should not do it, but I can't help myself, so I'm going to. I gotta get me some McClanahan.
yeah, I don't hate it. I don't hate it.
I
I'm
have to
it's
have some
fine.
shares. It's the what if, right?
It's
It's
the
all
what
the
if.
years. It's all the years that me and you have drafted Buxton, right?
Let's
It's
go loop
always.
through your pitching staff. Skeens is steady every day. Framber is going to be your steady quality start guy. You Savage is an upside play.
Oh,
Yuri's
I'm going
great
all
upside
upside from
play.
here. It's all
Amai,
upside.
it's not all upside. You've got steadiness. So like McClanahan is all upside, yes. Um, well, this is
It's all
assuming he
upside
pitches.
after my
This
first
is
two.
the thing. The man has not pitched in 2 years. We're
Oh, I
going
know.
based off what he was in 2023 and before, which was a stud. And I get it.
It's my Chris Sale pick. I can't help it.
I
I
get
want a
it.
couple shares just in case. So this is a weird build where I went super early outfield, like super early outfield, and
Super early.
and then pushed pitching. So at this point, if I'm gonna go pitching, I'm just going upside plays, and it is what it is.
Whereas
Pitching will end up making or breaking this team.
whereas for me, I am for my last pitcher looking at swinging back around to the steady. Three steady, three upside. If I add one more, I can go one more steady or one more upside, and I think I'm gonna go steady as long as the guy here makes it. And he didn't. Merrill
Nope,
Kelly,
he did not.
steady gone. So now we pivot,
Uh,
go to infield, look for any stack pieces. Okamoto is gone. I draft a lot of Okamoto. I would have loved to have Okamoto here, but
oh
he
yeah, for
gone.
this team for sure.
Um, let's see here. I've got Profar. Drake Baldwin could pair with Profar. I don't have very much Baldwin. He should play most of the time.
I'm gonna tell you, you don't draft Jake Baldwin. You
Drake
should probably
Baldwin.
have a couple. Yeah, you
Let's
should
do it.
probably have a
Yeah,
couple
I,
shares.
I, I really, really don't hardly ever.
And I don't do it either. I do it in stack pieces, but I think if the stack makes sense, take some of those guys, right? He won rookie of the year. So it's not like you're taking a nobody.
Yeah, Sean Murphy sucks. I mean, Sean Murphy, there's a chance he's traded, and then I really don't have to worry about everyday at bats.
Right.
I'm gonna keep pushing pitcher because there's no one here that wants. I don't want Mitch Keller. I mean, Conley earlier and McSheehan are fine, but I'm not. I'm going back to infield, and this draft instead of Royce Lewis, which is one of my favorite picks late, I'm going to go with another one of my favorite picks late, Mr.
There it
Ivan
is.
Herrera.
There it is.
Lots of Ivan Herrera on my teams, and I am completely good with it. Ivan Herrera is I'm sure everyone knows this, but Ivan Herrera, he's gonna play DH for the Cardinals, and he also has had problems staying healthy. But this dude can gosh dang, I was gonna say he can absolutely mash. Sakura just took Matt McLean. I was really hoping Matt McLean would fall back around. Matt McLean has been going in round 20, 19 or 20 almost
It's
every
crazy.
time. Tonight, he's getting moved up in these live streams. You know what I think it is? I don't know if you saw this. Did you click on his name? There was a little thing on it the other day. A report came out that he has added 12 pounds of muscle. So McLean is bulking up and he's ready to go. He's ready for a bounce back year. So I was already on board. I'm even more on board. So I'm sure this is probably why he's getting this little extra bump because of this report.
I've added 30 pounds of fat, hadn't done anything for me.
I mean, well, you're 42, my man. So
yeah, that's fair. Bad bod unite.
So, Bjorn, thank you for the reminder. He just said, don't forget to review the Brainbridge team at the end as a study in late outfield drafting, a valuable lesson. Great, great call. We are going to, that's the guy who pushed outfield. We're going to absolutely look at that team at the end and see how it turned out, what we think, how it looks. Yeah, we'll definitely be looking at that. All right. So we're coming back around to you. Screw you for Weatherholt, by the way.
Yep.
Jordan
welcome.
Walker just went on the turn. So that guy said, oh, yeah, hold my beer.
Yep. So just because, we do enough drafts together that I talk myself into picks based on just stuff that's got brought up. So see if I can find him real quick before I run out of time. This is a guy I was drafting a shit ton of too early. Sorry. And I don't want to miss out. So here it is.
Ta-da. You just took McClanahan and was like, oh, there's my Skeens. No, that's not. No, there is your lane.
Doubling down. This is how it is.
I know this is how it is. Hey, trust me. I want Andrew Painter to be a thing. It's like the Strider. Painter, he was back. He was healthy. He pitched. He didn't make the majors. Why? Because he wasn't good in the minors. But I know he's been the top pitching prospect for the last 5 years, basically. I'm down for it. I'm 100% down for it, even though I'm not
one of those examples of I'm not doing it like I did 2 years ago, but I want a couple pieces because I'm gonna be mad if it happens, right? It's the same thing with Buxton. That's why we could never quit him. Like if he's healthy, he's awesome.
I will never quit him.
I know you won't.
Ever. I don't care how high he moves up. I keep drafting him.
I know you do.
I'm right there with Royce too, which by the way, if Ooh gives him to me, I'm a pick away from just going ahead and adding him.
I love how you keep saying his name. I love it.
I can't help it. It's Ooh.
So good.
I mean, it's probably 4 zeros.
Yeah, that's what I was going to go with the quad zeros. And you're like, ew.
Ew. All right. I got him.
No, listen, I'm looking at this team now.
Royce
my pitching staff's dumb as hell. Don't get me wrong. It's dumb. I should not do this. I just donated $15 unless I didn't.
I
Right? So
I here's the thing,
sometimes you
Duggar.
gotta have a team like this.
I love your pitching staff. I only disagree with the last two. I don't think you needed to swing big on the last two. You could have done it just on one, and you could have waited and taken Painter in the last round. But I digress. I still love your pitching staff. I do not think you have. I do not think you've necessarily donated your money. Like, you've got an amazing outfield. You've got a relatively very solid infield, and if JJ's good, that helps out a ton. And
Oh,
then,
absolutely.
um, yeah, we'll just see. We'll just see. I mean, McClanahan and Painter, it could be much worse. So I do not hate it. Oh man,
But
Bjorn, you just took freaking Joey Cantillo. I love it. I took Joey Cantillo is one of my highest draft people in the Gladiator drafts, and I have hardly ever drafted him on an underdog. And I literally told Duggar, why did I draft so much Joey Cantillo and believe in him if I'm not drafting him on underdog?
because you're dumb.
Because I'm dumb. But
Yep.
speaking of me being dumb, I'm going to take this pick in your honor.
Okay. Let's see it. Oh, yes. I love it.
So that last pick was as a thank you for coming on and joining me for the first inaugural live stream for Best Ball Draft Addicts. So thank you,
So
my
so
friend. Andrew
you
Abbott.
keep
This is Duggar
saying,
Boy number one.
oh, absolutely. You keep saying the inaugural draft. So you're only doing these once a year?
Is inaugural, is this a
Well,
term that is once a year? This
yeah.
does not mean
It's
first.
so like annual, means once a year. So the first and not, yeah, it's kind of like, oh, we're just gonna do one next year. I'm just
Gosh
saying.
dang it. Hold on.
All right, man. What do you
Inaugural
think?
says the adjective definition is marking the beginning of an institution, activity, or period, and the noun is the inaugural speech, especially one made from the U.S. president. So yeah, what I'm saying is marking the beginning of an institution, activity, or period. That's inaugural. I was saying the right word.
All right, you roll with that.
Google doesn't lie ever. Come on, that has to be true. A story like that's got to be true.
Just like Stranger Things conformity gate. Yeah.
Hey, you're the one who led me down that road, not have you heard? You call me. Hey, have you heard about these theories of Stranger Things and that all of this cool stuff that could happen? No, because Stranger Things sucked.
I
I
I
don't
know.
believe it. The Duffers are
I know.
idiots. No, it's really cool. Look at all this info. Holy crap, you're right. There's amazing stuff. Let me dig into this. And then,
I was wrong.
no, the
I was
Duffers
wrong.
are
So
idiots.
here's my other boring guy that I think is a weak saver. Not a weak winner, a weak saver. You're welcome.
Oh, why do you love taking these guys?
Because I love
Nolan
pissing you off.
Chanul?
Hey, he's a weak saver. Okay.
I know, I know.
I'm just telling you. Hey,
You're not wrong. Okay, you're not wrong. I'm not saying that you're wrong. You are very right. He is exactly the type of player that you wanted to draft, and just like the man who went right after him, Luis Ariz, because
yeah.
Chanul is that type of guy. Only has more power than Luis Ariz. But what's his power? 12 homers instead of 8.
Hey, he might hit 15.
He might hit 15. I don't know. I think Chanel's fine. Was he a stack piece? Yeah, you had Trout. Any other
I have
Angels?
Trout. No.
No, it's all right. So you know what? It actually is kind of it's kind of satisfying looking at Mike Trout as your final outfield and Chanel as your final infield. If only you had an Angel for your final pitcher.
I mean,
That was the true
sure.
trio.
Yeah. All right.
Okay,
What was the team name?
so it's the team that is Bainbridge, the one picking next to me. Let's go check it out. All right. Let me see if I can pull it up on here.
And he went 4
Okay.
infielders, and then 4 pitchers.
So he did an eight. So first off, before I'm not even going to get down to his. So he did an 8-6-6 build. Okay. Um, let's turn the comments off for a second here so we can look at this. Okay. So he did an 8-6-6. No, I'm not against 8-6-6. I've done it. I don't mind it. I've never done it when I've pushed outfield though, ever.
He didn't take his first outfielder till round 12.
Reagan, Cease, Freddie Peralta, Luzardo. 4 good pitchers. Bottom 4, Mackenzie Gore, Robbie Ray Gallen, Flaherty, Ellie, Jose Ramirez, Junior Caminero. This was the top 3, like we discussed, and then Bryce. So he started 4 straight infield. He waited. Matt Chapman at 7, then Tovar. Oh my gosh.
Oh,
I knew it was going to be bad, but until I got down to the names. Okay. Okay. Let me just say this. I don't see any chance whatsoever that this is going to work immediately, because you have to. Let's review this real quick.
So
Let me go.
3 of these outfielders
Let me go show
have
this.
to factor
That's
every week.
That's what. Like, let's go take a quick review here to show people. If you can see this, yes, you have to have 3 outfields every week. 3 pitchers, 3 infield, 1 flex. That can be infield or outfield. Obviously, for his team, he's saying the flex is going to be infield. But if you are gonna wait at outfield this long, what, in my opinion, what that should have been would have been take 8 outfield and the 6 pitchers. If you're gonna do that, give yourself more options.
Yes.
Let's
Like
see.
Chase DeLauder, huge prospect. I get it. But Rafaela is your ace. Sal Frelick, we both like. Laureano's been hit or miss. He's had some stuff. Mickey Moniak, big prospect in Colorado. We've taken shares. Soler had a huge year recently. Hey, it could work. I'm not tying my money to that.
Well, I would say 100% it won't work. DeLauder has never been healthy ever. So is he going to be healthy as a rookie? I doubt it. Rafaela just is not very good. I mean, he's all right for Roto.
He's fine. Like I've
Whenever
drafted
you've
him
got
as
dual
a 5
eligibility,
or a
second and
6.
outfield, he steals, he's got some a little pop. So he had 34 doubles. That's not bad. That's 21st. But let's see. What does he stand out as good in?
Like honestly, Jung Hoo Lee went after him, Kerry
Okay.
Carpenter and Varjo. I take all
Okay.
3 of them.
This is on my spreadsheet. I know I've talked to you about this. Okay, here's the thing. He finished 82nd at hitters with 1,124 points. That was the 82nd overall hitter. And you're like, okay, so that's all right, 1,124. Well, what about whenever you break that down to points per game? Well, now he falls to the 157th best hitter at 7.2 points per game.
We
Let's take
just
that
had
a step further.
a few big games.
How many points per at bat? So for every at bat, how many points are you getting? Let me give you a reference point for what's a good number. Max Muncy, for instance, finished 15th at points per game with 2.74 points per game. That was 15th best player. Sedane Rafaela, 2.06, which was the 219th. So he went from 82nd best player at total points scored for the season. But when you break it down into what he's doing for you in a per game and then per at bat, he gets worse as you go. Whereas I'm going to use the Max Muncy, for example. He was 161st at points overall because he was hurt, he missed time, 857 points. So you're like, oh, well, Max Muncy's worse than Rafaela, 857 points to 1,124. But then you go to points per game. Max Muncy had 8.57, which was 67th, to then get to that points per at bat where he's 2.74, which is 15th. So he just gets better at when you break it down to every at bat. He is scoring a lot of points. That's actually super interesting. The 15th overall best player, Giancarlo Stanton, 13th overall best player.
Yeah. The end
in
of his
points
season.
per at bat. And our boy Buxton, the 16th best player.
You're talking about points per at bat. That's also why I do draft those boring guys that get me points, though. It's because those guys are awesome, but you looked at Max Muncy, he scored 800 points. That's not enough to get you there. So you need those guys to cover up for those down weeks.
So that Max Muncy can score those points for you in the playoffs and then help you advance.
Yes.
Max Muncy only had 313 at bats. He only played in 100 games. He would have been much higher if he just played more.
Right.
Let's go back to Arise. Arise. Okay. Duggar. I only rank to 250. I only rank 250.
I'm sure he's not even there.
He's not even in the top 250. Luis Arise is at 1.8 points per at bat. He was the 155th at points per game. Let's go take this to Stephen Kwan.
But he also has 800 at bats versus how many Max Muncy has?
Oh, I get it. Yeah, he had 620 at bats, not 800, but still. Stephen Kwan. I mean, it's the same thing as Luis Arise. He's not even in the top 250. He's a 1.94 points per at bat. He was 114th at points per game. I mean, this is just why I don't like these guys. I want the guys who can pop. I mean, Dalton Varsho, 36th in points per game or points per at bat. Colson Montgomery, 37th in points per at bat. I just like these power guys who can just get you a lot of points for every at bat that they're up there.
Hey,
this is a surprising one.
We're saying the same thing.
I know.
I love those guys too, right?
I know.
But you have to have players that protect those down weeks.
I get it.
That's why I'm okay sneaking in a couple of those, like Benintendi. When I was taking him, you're like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "There's a reason, right?" And that's what I'm talking about. And we're going to continue to argue because that's what we do. That's why we're friends. But
it's okay.
You can't have all. Listen, we call it Duggar drafting or Duggar style. I have drafted so many all or nothing boomer bust teams over the years that have got me wins or last place, right? So I'm trying to sneak in a couple of those guys to kind of help protect me and the person that I am, because I'm a terrible human being.
Oh, just the worst. You're the worst. But thank you. Thank you,
horrible.
My friend, for coming on tonight and joining. For anyone who's still here that's made it this whole time, thank you guys so much. I hope you enjoyed the discussion. We will be doing a lot more of this moving forward. Duggar will come on with me again. I'm going to have a lot of different guests. Some of my other friends, guys that I've known for years, some guys in the fantasy baseball industry, TDK, who was on with earlier, he's going to jump in. Bjorn, if you ever want to jump on, man, reach out to me. I'd love for you to come on and draft sometime. But yeah, I'm going to be looking at drafting multiple times a week. I'll try every once in a while. I'll probably just jump on live. So if you can, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. I've heard that on enough YouTube videos to know that that's a thing. But
you're the worst. You're one of those people now.
But no, it's the truth though, because I may just jump on sometimes and just go live. But a lot of times I'll schedule them like this and then post on Twitter. So my Twitter is at TheRealDeal136. If anyone wants to follow me on there, because I don't really post things, but I'll be posting whenever We've got drafts coming on. Duggar is at Space Raisin.
I think that's what it
Is that your Twitter?
says, but I think it's my old handle at Ragged, just my last name backwards.
I'm double checking for you. I'm pulling you up here.
It says Space Raisin, but I think the actual handle is just my last name backwards. Because I thought that was cool at the time.
Actually, it's at Original Duggar.
Oh, okay. I'll take
Yeah.
that. I'm good with
At
that.
Original Duggar with a picture of you with no white in your beard.
Well, yeah.
Hey,
You know,
we've got it
Christmas
too.
just happened.
You know,
I'm training. I'm prepping for my new job here in a few years. Santa
as
Claus.
as Santa.
Yeah, that would be Mall Santy.
Oh man, I'm on my lunch break. All right. Well, hey, Duggar, thank you so much, buddy. I will talk to you again very soon. And for everyone else who was on and joined, thanks so much. I hope you enjoyed it. And we will see you again very soon. And if you aren't, hope you will become a draft addict. Thank you.
Is that your out? I love it.
We're going with it. Today it is.
Okay. All right. I'm here for it.
All right. Bye, guys.
All right. See ya.